Round 1, fight!
Hey guys, welcome to Tournament Fights. This is episode number 9. This is going to be the worst movies of all time. So we're going to be just talking about those movies that don't have much redeeming value to them. And we're going to have a little debate round by round, see which fart boxes, which like dumpster fires, which one make it to the worst of all time. So we will be voting for which one we think are is the worst of the two round by round. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my panel that I have tonight. I'll bring up my co-host, Austin, first. Austin, how's it going?
Woo! We smell that PU. It stinks. It stinks in here, Jordan. Woo! I don't know what that is. Man, our show's gonna be good, but man, there are some stinky, disgusting movies on this list. Woo! Yeah, we're gonna be talking about trying to whittle it down from 64 to what we think is probably the worst movie out of all these 64. It's gonna be a lot of garbage, but hopefully it's gonna be a fun time talking about it.
And that's kind of fitting. I got a little fly kind of buzzing around my.
Yeah, it smells the garbage on the computer. Yeah, it smells all the garbage on the computer smells it, and it's starting to accumulate.
Yeah, I promise you that I'm not crazy. But anyways, we will bring up our next guest. He's a returning guest to Tournament Fights, Jacob Barber. How's it going?
It's going. If this is the shortest episode of Tournament Fights, I would be okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
No, I'm excited to be here. Not as excited to talk about these movies, but this is always fun.
Yeah. And then coming up next week, we got a first timer to the Tournament Fights. We got Kevin Poss. Is that how you say your last name? Poss, or is it Post?
Nope, it is Poss. You had it correct.
Yep. All right. Kevin Poss, how's it going?
It's going well, man. Thank you for having me on. I run a geek league, and there are some stinkers in geek, so I'm here to kind of defend those, maybe. But yeah, I'm here to talk some bad movies, and that is kind of my thing. I'm a defender of bad movies. Sometimes I tend to have some lovable bad movies in my top
stinkers.
So, yeah, lovable stinkers. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice. Yeah, and then we will have a fifth guest joining us, Malcolm Lay. He always likes to be fashionably late to the party, so yeah. He'll be joining us at some point. And then also, too, like if we got some really bad ones here, I got these little icons. If you look up in the right-hand corner, we can put up the little dumpster fire. We can do the poop emoji, do the little skunk spraying out his butt. Or I can go with the thumbnail. We can go Sheldon spraying the disinfectant. And there's like all that. So I'll leave that there for now. We'll just let it kind of linger there, and we'll kind of see how it goes. But yeah, we'll just kind of just jump right into it. So, Austin, if you kind of want to break it down, how it's going to work while I bring up the tournament bracket.
Yeah, so basically we've taken all these 64 movies we've compiled. We've randomized them into a March Madness style bracket. So we've got 32 individual matchups to start on the outer brackets, and we're going to work our way towards the middle. And the only difference here with some of our other episodes, some of the other episodes we talk about, maybe our favorites, maybe what we think is the best of the two. This one, we are actively going to vote for what you think is the worst of the two. We're not talking about the best movie out of this bunch. We want to talk about the worst. So we want literally the movie with no redeeming qualities to make it to number one or to make it to the championship round. So that's what we're looking for tonight. just a side note, we try to keep it kind of rapid fire, a little speedy on here. I know we're going to be ranting and raving about some of these movies, so I understand that. And that's usually what ends up happening on kind of some of these outer brackets, when we get started here. But, if we do that, if we talk a little more at length on the outer ones, just when we get to those inner brackets, we got to plow through those quickly because we don't want to be here all night. We want to keep it at least a pretty good pace. But everybody can take, 20, 30 seconds and talk about each of these movies and why it's horrible. But again, tonight, instead of voting for the best, we want to vote for what you think is the worst. And we're going to go around the panel up and down our Mortal Kombat bracket. We'll take turns, starting at the bottom, working our way up, and everybody, the order will switch every time. So we don't have the same person going first and last every time. And other than that, I've got some tiebreaker here that we'll get to if we need it, if we have 4 people right now. And other than that, we'll get things going.
Yeah, and we already got some people kind of making some early picks. We got Chris Diaz going for the norm of the norm.
They're on there.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, they're definitely on here. So we'll
What
kind
did
of see.
Norm
But
ever do to you?
yeah, right.
He was voiced by Rob Schneider. That's what he did to us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but yeah. So we'll kind of just jump right into it. And our first matchup here. Let me kind of get it all squared. So, and I will say that all these movies were just thrown into a randomizer. So there's no seeding or anything. They're just completely in a random order. So yeah. So like doing that, you can have some crazy matchups in the first round. You can literally have 2 of the worst movies ever made going up against in the first round. So yeah. So but you can kind of see what the first 2 are. We got Epic Movie going up against Aragon. So we'll just kind of start at the bottom of the ladder. So we're gonna start with Kevin first. You'll be up. So which one you want to vote for? Like, and you want to vote for the worst one? Which one do you think is the worst of the 2?
Yikes. All right. So yeah, the Epic Movie is just bad. It's one of those where they really try too hard to bring in a lot of the tropes. Obviously, Aragon, it doesn't live up to the books, but it is at least. I don't think the characters match up very well, but it at least tries. So I'm gonna give the worst of these 2 movies is Epic Movie.
All right,
Jacob.
One for Epic Movie, Jacob. Yeah.
Epic Movie was supposed to make me laugh. It didn't make me laugh. Nothing about it was good. Aragon, it's got a dragon. So
Right.
I'm going to give my vote to Epic
one
Movie. It's just not. No.
One sort of redeeming quality, I guess you could say. But yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I didn't have any investment or anything in Aragon, so it's fairly inoffensive, even though it's stupid and it's badly written and bad characters. It doesn't offend me like Epic Movie does, and most of the Friedberg Seltzer quote unquote parody movies that are simply reference movies, because they just think that referencing different characters and different celebrities is funny, and that's not what's funny. It's not a parody. So they are an insult to parody movies everywhere. They're an insult to movies, period. So I go Epic Movie on this one.
Yeah, for me, for not like being kind of like a semi kind of lukewarm person for like reading books. Like I do like to read. I just don't really have the real attention span for it. But I did read Aragon though. Like Aragon was an awesome book. I actually loved that book. And then when all the reviews came out for the movie, everyone started crapping on it. I just avoided it like the plague. So I've never even seen it. So to this day, I don't really know. So it's hard to really say. But I've seen Epic Movie, and Epic Movie is just like trash. Like it did not make me laugh like really at all. So yeah, I'm gonna go Epic Movie. So sounds like a
clean sweep for Epic Movie to start.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
all right.
Epic Movie moves
the
on,
Freeburg and Seltzer boys jumping out to early favorites here.
Yep. Yeah. Right. And then we got coming up next, the Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas. Going up against Geely.
Geely.
Interesting. So yeah, this time we're We'll start with Jacob. So, who you got here?
I actually don't hate the Flintstones. The first one is obviously a lot better, but this one, like, I still somewhat enjoyed it. I cannot say the same about Benifer. So,
yeah,
Benifer is going to get my vote. No.
And I guess Benifer is a thing again, and in like real life, they're back together.
Geely too, coming soon.
Yep. Yeah. Right. Austin, which one do you think is the worst of these two?
I'm not going to say Geely is good, but Geely is stupid, but it's kind of hilariously stupid, and it's just really over the top and just dumb. The Flintstones took a movie that was mediocre at best and somehow made it worse with Stephen Baldwin and made it worse in every conceivable way. So I'm going to say the bigger crime against movies here is the Flintstones of Viva Rock Vegas. So I will vote for the Flintstones.
Yeah. Well, the Flintstones, Viva Rock Vegas, just like kind of like Austin said, it took a movie that was like pretty entertaining. Like you have Rick Moranis in the first one, John Goodman, but then it just takes a hot steaming dump on the like whole entire franchise, and like it is just bad. Like I had a hard time even getting through it. And Geely, I haven't seen, but it has Jennifer Lopez in it, and she's at least very pleasing to the eyes. Like I wouldn't mind just like staring at her for 2 hours, even if the movie's bad. So I'm gonna go with the Flintstones. But Kevin, what do you think?
I actually also enjoy the Flintstones. I don't think it's quite as good as the first one, like Jacob said. But it does give you exactly kind of what you're expecting in this movie. In my mind, the visual gags, it's what you'd expect. But Jiggly is like you said, it's one of the worst films of all time. It's one of the most expensive box office bombs in history. So I'm gonna have to say Jiggly as my worst one.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Jordan, we have since we've got 4 people right now, we have our first tie. And how our tiebreaker works is we rotate the tie-breaking vote, so it actually starts at the bottom, and our first tie-breaking vote goes to Kevin. Now, I know you just said Geely, but you, as the tie-breaking vote here on Tournament Fights, you can change your vote at the last minute if you'd like to, or you can stick with your original vote. So it's up to you to put whatever you want through as the worst one.
We have seen it happen, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stick with Jiggly. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough.
With
Sticks
that,
with Geely.
Geely's the worst of the two, so that one's going through. So, all right. So we move on to the next. We have the movie, the Mariah Carey movie, Glitter, going up against Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I feel like someone's about to get annihilated here. We'll see. But yeah.
Yeah, it's on me.
Yeah.
God, Glitter is so incompetent, and it ends up actually just being boring because it's like over 2 hours, and it's just Mariah Carey just trying to act. I will say Mortal Kombat is incoherent and stupid, but at least it has a decent soundtrack and has some fighting and something going on. It's terrible, but I would, out of the two, I'd rather put on and watch Mortal Kombat than Glitter, so I will vote for Glitter as the worst.
Yeah, and like even like a really bad video game movie, to me, like it's still more watchable than like just an overall really bad movie to me in most cases. Not every case, but in most cases. So like Glitter, like it is bad and it is just boring and just like it kind of doesn't make a lot of sense, even the whole story. But like yeah, I'm gonna say that my vote goes to Glitter also because yeah, it's slightly worse than Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I'll say. So, Kevin, what do you think?
Yeah, so Mortal Kombat Annihilation has some of the worst CGI that I have ever seen. that will obviously. I might say that a couple times on this list, but that will be the first time I say it. But it does have, like you said, it does have a decent soundtrack, and it does have the plot carryover. There's not as much fighting and stuff as I would like to see, but Glitter is just kind of that's a rough movie. But also at the same time, going off of kind of what we talked about the last time, is somebody I could look at for a little while. So I might have to say Annihilation is worse here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I should have thought about that because I've always had a huge crush on Mariah Carey since I was a kid. So
I mean, she's got a good voice.
Yeah, right. But Jacob, what do you think?
Should I just vote for Annihilation so I can vote for Glitter and just vote for both of them?
There you go.
Yeah, right. There you go.
No, I'm gonna vote for Glitter. Just because you make 4-minute music videos doesn't mean you should make a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right, Jordan, 3-1. Mariah Carey stinks up the joint with her crappy biopic or semi-biopic with Glitter, and she's gonna move on.
Eminem did it better.
Yeah,
she moves over closer to the giant dumpster fire in the center of this thing. So, but coming up next week we have The Happening going up against The Last.
Oh
Airbender.
God, two Shyamalan movies. Shyamalan versus Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Shyamalan.
Okay. Ooh.
Got a couple entries in this thing, yeah.
So we got a Shyamalan that's all of his creation versus something he wrote versus something he didn't write, he just directed. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan.
Well, so at least for The Happening, I kind of feel like it does have kind of like a little bit of like an Invasion of the Body Snatcher sort of vibe. These people just kind of get possessed by whatever plant or whatever it's supposed to be. But the acting's so bad. Like it's probably like the worst I've ever seen Mark Wahlberg in a movie. Like he's just like so bad in this. And then just like the crazy things that they end up doing, like the lady that like floors it into some tree and like flies through the windshield and like bounces in. Like the CGI even looks bad, like in that whole thing. But the thing is, I'd never seen The Last Airbender, but I decided to torture myself this week and actually watch The Last Airbender, and like that movie was hard to get through. Like the movie just didn't really make any sense. I was just like again, the acting was just literally atrocious. Like I'm just like probably out of all, I watched about 5 or 6 of these bad movies this week, and probably The Last Airbender might have been the worst of them. So yeah, my vote goes to The Last Airbender because it was bad, like really bad. So yeah, but Kevin, what do you think?
As bad as The Happening is, The Last Airbender is a little bit offensive, and I think in the way they did the kind of the whitewashing of the cast. So it kind of alienated the fans there, and it really went away from everything that The Last Airbender Avatar is. I mean, The Happening had a terrible ending. Oh my God, that's so bad. But I'm gonna have to go with The Last Airbender though. Just as an overall movie.
All right. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
The Last Airbender is an abomination that should be forgotten by everyone.
Yep.
I haven't seen The Happening. The Happening, so unfortunately, I've seen The Last Airbender, and I'm lucky I still have both my eyes.
Yeah, right. Austin?
Yeah, The Happening, you could at least put like a laugh track on most of the line deliveries, and it would kind of work, because it's just hilarious. We can't stand by as uninformed citizens, like Zooey Deschanel's horrible lines in that movie, and Mark Wahlberg just pretended to be a science teacher. Yeah, The Last Airbender I think is the bigger crime. I'm going to talk a lot about the bigger crime to movies like overall, which I think The Last Airbender is the bigger crime because it took a property that a lot of people like. I haven't watched the cartoon series personally, but like I know a lot of people love it and say it's really great, and I think that movie did more damage to it and you know, it put a lot of people off of a great series. So The Last Airbender is worse in that regard. So my vote is also for The Last Airbender.
All right. Well, with that, looks like it's a clean sweep for the last.
Clean sweep for The Last Airbender. Yep.
Moving on. So, we're coming up next. We got Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 going up against Ed.
Oh my God!
Man.
Oh my
Come
God!
on. Now. But
all right,
Kevin,
back to the bottom with
first.
Kevin.
Yeah.
All right. So I have this thing against Paul Blart. I think
don't we all?
these
Yeah, right. I think
movies
we all
are so beyond ridiculous. But the Ed movie is just a dumb premise.
No, it's more than that. It's more than
Yeah.
that. Woo! I'll tell you about that.
At least Paul Blart is a, you know, I can at least put that movie together and maybe get a chuckle here and there. But Ed, you know, they try to get the heartwarming, the feels out of you. I got to go with Ed here.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think of these two?
Oh, sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
Some movies just shouldn't get sequels, and
Yeah,
Paul
the
Blart is
sequel.
one of those. Is one of those movies. I didn't like the first one. I don't know why I even bothered watching the second one. At least Ed's got a cool monkey.
Right.
Oh, it's a scary monkey. It's a fake monkey.
And I kind of like movies about baseball, whereas movies about mall cops don't really interest me. So I'm gonna go Paul Blart 2.
That's not right up your alley, Jacob.
Yeah.
No, Paul Blart is a steaming pile of number 2.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you?
Yeah,
You got
if
your-
you want my full thoughts on Ed, we just did a tier ranker fight about baseball movies. I rewatched it for that show just to see, and like
Sorry.
that movie is like one of the biggest trash fires I've ever seen ever. That movie sucks, and there's like nothing good about it. It even the premise, Kevin, like it forgets about that premise for most of the movie. It has like 2 scenes with him playing baseball, and the rest of the movie is him like going around this apartment like farting and sneezing ice cream and like burping, and like it's the worst. Like it's so bad. Like I would rather watch Kevin James fall down because he's fat, honestly, than watch Ed again. So I will vote for Ed. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat as Kevin. Like, I have this thing against Paul Blart also. So I worked in a movie theater when Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 came out, and I was an usher, so I have to go in and in the movies and clean up. And literally, I would make all the ushers go into the Paul Blart 2 movie screen. I didn't want to have to even like visually see any of that. Now my retina's like scarred for life. I did not want to like have to witness any of that. And like I don't understand. So the first Paul Blart movie makes $183 million in theaters. So it's like, who is this movie for? Who's going out to see it? I don't understand why they made this movie and why that many people paid their hard-earned money to go see the first Paul Blart.
Hey.
They made a sequel. I'm like, what the
Mall
frick?
cops are a forgotten demographic when it comes to movies, Jordan. Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. Well, they're very forgotten because I got to vote for Paul Blart Mall Cop just because I just don't get that movie why it's a thing. So
Well, we have another tie, so this one goes to Jacob this time to break the tie. And I'm begging you to do the right thing here, Jacob, please.
I mean, you kind of convinced me with how passionate you were in your disgust for Ed. So I'll give the tiebreaker to Ed. We can move Ed on.
Hey, thank you.
Doesn't Ed play like third base too? Like, I mean, he could play like a better
Yeah.
position. Come on.
Yeah, he plays
But-
third base. He's like it's
I
not
mean-
even an actual monkey. It's like a little lady in like a monkey outfit, and it's horrifying. It's like disturbing, and it's just the worst. Like there's a whole montage of him driving a car while Matt LeBlanc is passed out in the passenger seat, like all over LA. Like I don't understand what's going on. Like it's
Yeah.
incoherent. It's terrible. Like that movie's awful.
Yeah, but someone in the chat here, I think it was Steven Shepard, put this little comment about that there's a mall cop movie with Antonio Banderas. It's actually badass. I've never heard of it. I don't know if any of you guys ever have before, but like I'd be kind of interested to check that out. Actually, see like how the parallels of
Yeah, there's a better mall cop movie. It's called Observe and Report with Seth Rogen. That's really underrated.
Yeah.
It's really
there
great.
you go.
That's a good movie.
Right. That made your top 64, Austin, right?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
really like that movie. Actually, it's really dark and really good.
Yeah. But coming up
Fan
next,
Four Stick.
we have Fan Four Stick going up against the Super Mario Brothers.
Oh,
man.
Oh.
So we're gonna start with
Jacob
with you.
on this one. No, Jacob first on this one. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I never thought I'd say, hey, this one's easy. But hey, this one's easy. Because I actually enjoy Super Mario Bros. I know it goes against the game so much, but I enjoy it. And as for Fantastic Four, there's no forgiving the end of that, like the last half of that movie.
Yeah, the last
It
half.
started off so good. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good movie, good cast. I really like what they're doing. And then on that, nope,
Yep.
yep, it sucked.
No words.
So hard.
Yeah.
So Fan Four Stick is getting my vote.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Austin, what do you
Yeah,
think?
Fan Four Stick was just like a miserable movie experience the opening night I saw it, and like at least I'm a big Bob Hoskins fan, so at least Super Mario Brothers like has Bob Hoskins in it. Like he's trying. Like there's some people that are trying in that movie to make it watchable, and like at least there's a lot of goofy shit going on that's like interesting to see, like the world they set up. But like Fan Four Stick is just like, hey, it's boring and like it's incoherent. That finale is atrocious. I think Fan Four Stick is the worst movie in this scenario.
Yeah, and like I actually like low-key kind of enjoy Super Mario Brothers, and it's not like a like horrible movie in my eyes. Like I actually like had a little bit of fun. I won't say a lot of fun, but a little bit. And then Fan Four Stick, which for the first half it was a great movie, but then you have this like really weird time jump, and like it's the biggest case on this entire list of studio interference. The studio just interfered like way too much in this movie, and like it shows that like it's actually like making the list of one of the worst movies ever made because the studio interfered. And so like that's like a like thing to like all studios, like try to interfere a little less. I know you got to do what you got to do to like try to make money, I guess, but I mean, yeah, it did not work here, so I got to go with Fantastic Four. So, Kevin,
I mean, Super Mario Brothers is bad on a lot of levels. No pun intended, but I mean, you wouldn't expect a movie with Michael B. Jordan and Kate Mara and Jamie Bell and Miles Teller. A movie with coming into a franchise like Fantastic Four to be as bad as it is. Fan Four Stick is bad. The pacing is bad. The overall storytelling is bad. And they just they flubbed it. That's all you can say about it. At least Super Mario Bros. Is you can blame it on it just being a '90s film. It had a husband and wife, I think, directing duo, and so there were a lot of issues there. But I mean, you can tell at least people were having fun making it. It's weird, but yeah, Fan Four Stick is way worse.
Well,
all right, with that, we got another clean sweep, Jordan, for Fan Four Stick.
In the chat here, Steven says that that the Antonio Banderas mall cop movie called Security, and it actually has Ben Kingsley uh, as the main villain in it. So that's kind of interesting. But
Nice.
but
Okay.
but then we have Chris Diaz also saying that Fantastic Four is a
Yeah.
mess that started off okay and then coming straight to
Coming
hell.
straight
pretty
to
much,
hell.
Like,
yeah. Yep.
first 30
That
minutes.
pretty much sums it up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on to the next, we have Superman 4: The Quest for Peace going up against Dungeons and Dragons. All right. So
It's on me this
with
time.
Austin. Yeah. So what do you got?
I don't care about Dungeons and Dragons that much. Yeah, they made it another bad movie based on an old property. No big deal. Superman 4 literally killed Superman for 20 years. That's how bad that movie was. I mean, it literally starts horrible with him opening a door on a shuttle and everybody's talking to each other in the vacuum of space. Like, it does not care. Like, it was made by Canon Films. It's awful. It killed the franchise until Superman Returns. Literally for 20 years, it's the bigger crime in this one. Superman 4 is absolutely atrocious, and Dungeons and Dragons to me is just kind of forgettable.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, but from what I've heard, though, like I just heard that it's an absolute pile of trash compared to any other Superman movie ever made. And actually, I just watched Dungeons and Dragons for the first time today, and you know what? I actually, low key, kind of liked it. Like it wasn't as bad as like what a lot of people say. So I mean, just based on that and the reviews of Superman, like. For The Quest for Peace from a lot of people that I know and that I trust, I'm just gonna throw my vote to Superman. I'll vote for that. But Kevin, who you got?
I have actually not seen the 2000 versions, 2000s version of Dungeons and Dragons, so I'll have to requite myself from that one. But Superman 4: The Quest for Peace is it is a bad movie, but I do hold it kind of dear to my heart, just because I like all four of the original Superman films. I mean, I know they're cheesy, they're corny. Yes, it did kill Superman for a while, but at least they stopped here. That's kind of the way I'm going to put it. But since I haven't seen Dungeons and Dragons, I will go ahead and say Superman is my vote, because I can't vote for the other one because I don't know how it is.
Oh, fair enough. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, if anyone says they like Superman 4, I know a good therapist you can see.
Yeah. All right.
Superman 4 is getting my vote.
Yeah, if you like Superman 4, I got a phone booth on the moon I want to sell you.
Yeah, right.
And if you know the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Is there actually a phone booth on the moon in that?
Yeah.
Because I've never
Well,
seen it.
they
I don't know.
battle in a phone booth. It's weird, and yeah, there's like a phone booth. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Just watch the movie.
Yeah, watch the movie, Jordan.
Anyways, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
go watch the movie, Jordan. It's a lot of fun.
It's on HBO
I'm
Max.
super excited for it. Yeah, but
Yeah, HBO's got all the DC movies.
yeah, but moving on to the next week, we have Mac and Me going up against Cats. Ooh, okay.
Oh God.
And also, just so you know, usually I'll take a quick peek at the like chart after I kind of randomize it. This one I did not. So like even me, I'm surprised at what's coming up next. So, but I guess I'm up first, huh?
Yeah, you're up first, Jordan.
So, I mean, for me, I kind of feel like Mac and Me, like, can at least have a little fun with, because like it's a little bit of an adventure movie, even though the acting's bad, and it's clearly an ET ripoff movie. But like Cats though, like that, like Cats, like I can't think of like one single redeeming quality of the whole entire movie. Already, I'm not a musical fan, so like that was already a turn off for me. But I was working in a different movie theater when Cats came out, so like one of the fun things to do was just go in the theater and just watch everyone's reaction while they watch this thing, and like people were like, "Oh, like what the hell am I watching? Like what is this?" And like people were just laughing, they're throwing popcorn around, they're just not paying really much attention to it, because it's just ridiculous to see like Judi Dench like in some kind of cat outfit, Idris Elba. Like, I mean, it was just bad. Yeah, and like I don't really understand like plot either. There's like something about but like Jellicle cats. That's like some kind of weird thing that I don't even get. Like for me, cats might be one of the worst on this whole list. So like if you haven't seen it, like I wouldn't say like go see it, but like it's bad. If you have seen it, you can understand just how bad this is. But yeah, I'm gonna go cats. Kevin, what do you think?
Interestingly enough, I thought Cats was upon second and third viewing, I thought it was a little bit brilliant. It is bonkers. It's crazy. It's people acting like cats, but it's got a great cast. And there's some interesting stuff there. Again, really bad CGI. I think they went ahead with this a little too quickly, a little too preemptively, and they should have definitely done some more work with it behind the scenes. But as far as Esther and me, Mr. McAmee, excuse me.
McAmee.
It's a book, and I don't know that the movie does justice to what the book is. So it's tough, but I'll say Cats is worse just by a hair.
All right.
Waka waka.
Yep.
Waka.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
One of these movies has Rebel Wilson in it.
Yeah.
That movie's getting my vote.
Yeah.
And her jiggly cat boobs. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Jiggly cat boobs.
Yeah.
Well, her Rebel Wilson has jiggly cat boobs in that movie. That's true.
She does.
Indeed.
Yeah. Look,
For a cat, they're
at
called
least-
teats, Austin. They're called teats.
yeah, teats. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay.
You gotta fix that shit in post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you think,
At
Austin?
least, Jordan, the Blu-ray for McAmee has our good friend of the show, Mark Edward Hork, doing a historical commentary on it. So at least that has it going for it. So that makes it better than Cats, because Cats is one of the most baffling large budget movies of the last couple of years. Every decision is like stunning, and it's one of the most, just the whole thing is just a complete facepalm. So I will go Cats, and also Paul Rudd loves McAmee because he plays the clip on Conan all the time. So I'll I'll go with Cats.
Yeah, Conan. Yeah, but yeah, at least we never got the butthole cut of Cats. That would have been like even worse if we would have gotten that, right? Because people were actually advocating for that, so look more realistic or whatever. So, where are we at on the
Sweet for Cats? Sweet for Cats.
Sweet for Cats.
Mm-hmm.
So,
here it is.
Norm of the North. There it is. Yep, it's up against Son of the Mask.
Son of the Mask.
I was about to say easy, but
Shoo, PU. Woo.
Yeah. Oh man.
It just got really stinky in here all of a sudden. Yeah. Ooh. All
This
right.
one's tough because
Going back down to Kevin. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin's on first on this one. So what do you think?
Oh, all right. So Son of the Mask is literally it is a geek movie, so I like to watch my geek movies. But yeah, I do like, again, here's Bob Hoskins making another appearance in the bottom of the barrel. But this one, it's definitely, it doesn't live up to its predecessor. But then as far as Norm of the North, I think the voice casting was just all wrong. I think they went in the wrong direction there. And for me, I love animated films. And so I got to go for the worst one, this one, Norm of the North.
All right, Jacob, what do you think?
If Norm of the North had gone up against any other movie, it would be getting my vote.
Right.
But Son of the Mask is like it's my least favorite movie of all time. I've watched it once, and I felt no desire to go back to it. Every time it's brought up, I almost throw up in my mouth a little bit. I hate this movie. Hate it. So Son of the Mask is getting my vote.
All right, Austin.
Yeah, Norm of the North is bad, and it's bad even by kids' movie standards. But like, Son of the Mask is an atrocity. It's like a genocidal atrocity. It is. I wouldn't wish that movie on like my enemies, to sit them down and pry their eyes open like Clockwork Orange and watch that movie. That movie stinks. It is horrible, and it's also got one of the most disturbing sequences I've ever seen with the baby like crawling all over the roof and stuff. It's horrifying. It is disturbing. It is bad, and it's not only a bad sequel. It's just and it's one thing where Jamie Kennedy did this whole movie called Heckler, which had an interesting premise, this documentary where he was going to talk about heckling and stand-up comedy, but it ends up just being him going around talking to critics, asking them why they gave bad reviews to Son of the Mask. And I was like, bro, have you seen your own movie? That movie's terrible. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. They're right. They're right. So F you, Jamie Kennedy, for that. Son of the Mask gets my vote.
Yeah, like I just think Jamie Kennedy, like, he wasn't born to act. I just don't think like every movie he's ever been in has been bad except one, which he was in the Scream franchise, but I don't think the reason why it's good has anything to do with Jamie Kennedy.
No.
So like he was just not born to like be in movies. Like, I don't know why people keep giving him roles in movies. Just let him do stand-up comedy and leave it at that. Like, he's not meant for movies. So yeah, Son of the Mask. I remember that when Son of the Mask was released, I was actually working in at a Hollywood Video, if you remember those back in the day. So I had to tell people to avoid Son of the Mask. Do not see it, whatever you do. And like, I had to like seriously talk some people off the ledge when they would bring it up to the counter. I'm like, no, you do not want to see this. So yeah. And Norm of the North was bad, but I just think that like the voice casting was bad, and the writing also, but it's no Son of the Mask. Son of the Mask is an atrocity. It's like you talk about crimes, that's a crime right there. So
yeah, it's a crime.
Yeah. So with that, Son of the Mask moves on. So
yeah.
These were my bottom two from the list too.
Oh yeah.
Really? Nice.
Those two,
Yeah,
really?
Those two.
Yeah. I think Son of the Mask is gonna be a heavy favorite for me coming into this one. Like, that movie stinks, really bad.
But,
all right.
But coming up next, we got Who's Your Caddy going up against Mars Needs Moms. Ooh.
All right. So Jacob is up first. Yep.
Oh man, I have never seen either of these movies. Probably because I heard they stink or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
I am partial to Disney, and I'll always give their movies a shot at least once. Who's Your Caddy is on this list for a reason, so I'll go with Who's Your Caddy.
All right. Well, Austin,
Mars Needs Moms at least has Dan Fogler, who I'm a big proponent of. Who's Your Caddy I watched 2 nights ago, and not only is it not funny, but it commits a crime that no comedy should commit. It's boring. And it's only 80 minutes, and it's boring. Like, and every joke is exactly the same. It's, hey, look what the black people are doing to make the white people uncomfortable for 90 minutes. It's repetitive. Yeah. It's stupid. It's boring. Who's Your Caddy gets my vote.
Yeah.
I have seen this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
It still gets my vote. Yeah, I would always. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it has Jeffrey Jones in it too, which is uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah. Well, well, for me, I've always been a little bit of a closet Andy Milonakis fan. Like, I watched the Andy Milonakis show, so like I have a little bit of like some nostalgia for that. So just for that reason. Like I didn't find Who's Your Caddy bad. It's just boring. They're just not really that like I don't know. Just not very entertaining. But like Marge Needs Mom literally gave me freaking nightmares. Like the way that the humans look in that movie, like that is like seriously like any human character in that movie. It is pure nightmare fuel. They just look like really freaky looking. So I don't know who the animators were for this movie, but they did a horrible job, and they should all be fired immediately. So, for giving kids nightmares. But yeah, my vote goes to Marge Needs Mom. Kevin,
Okay.
what do you think?
I mean, Who's Your Caddy is obviously a bad ripoff of Caddyshack, but Marge Needs Moms, as much as I do, as I said earlier, I really like animation. But the problem I have with Marge Needs Moms is that the aliens have their own language, and they never gave it like a subtitle. And that always bothered me about this film. So that's one thing that really like irks me about it. It has other problems too. I'm gonna go Marge Needs Moms.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Jacob.
Well, we have a tie. No, we've
Yeah,
already
I
voted,
started.
so. And the tie
started.
goes to me this time.
Yeah.
And because Who's Your Caddy's more fresh in my mind from 2 days ago, and my anger is still vitriolic, I'm going to keep my vote of Who's Your Caddy on this one.
Fair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The anger's still
They're
Still
both-
Yeah, it's
a
still
little
fresh
bit,
in my
yeah.
mind. Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
All right, fair enough. So we'll move on next to the Love Guru, going up against the Wicker Man. Ooh,
The Wicker Man. Oh.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
All right.
who's up first?
And I'm up first on this
Okay.
one. Oh man.
You got
So my friend and I saw The Love Guru on opening night. I'm not going to say I liked it, but I'm saying we were kind of half drunk and had some silly fun with it. The Wicker Man, on the other hand, is like bafflingly stupid, especially in its last half. Although that movie you can also have fun with it drunk. So this is a tough one, actually. I say you can have more fun with The Wicker Man, and The Love Guru gets worse every time you watch it. So I'm going to say The Love Guru on this one.
yeah. So one of these movies I made it all the way through, and one I did not. One I quit about 20 minutes into the movie. I just could not take it anymore, and that was The Love Guru. Like I could not do the Love Guru. And it's also like basically the movie that made Mike Myers quit acting for a long time. Like he put a lot of faith into it. He thought it was going to be like kind of like the next Austin Powers type of thing, and like it just wasn't. It was horribly bad. Like he was really upset about it. He was really like hurt over it. And so like that just says a lot. Like he had so much faith in a pile of trash, pretty much. And the Wicker Man, like what's bad? Like it's really bad, but like it's no Love Guru to me. I think the Love Guru is just like on another level of like what movies, like how bad a movie can actually be. So I'm gonna go with the Love Guru. Kevin, what do you think?
I think anything with Nicolas Cage is fascinating. I'll say that outright. I do think the Love Guru is not definitely no Austin Powers. It does have definitely its unfunny scenes, but I don't think it deserves as much hate as it gets. Even though it did end, it kind of bluntly ended Mike Myers' career there. Yeah, he's only been in a few cameos.
Yeah.
There are funny parts, but like you said, it was kind of, he thought it was going to be maybe a kind of a refueling of that kind of Austin Powers type thing. So the Wicker Man, I think, was just kind of a bit of a stroke of genius that was a little before its time, or maybe kind of like in the sense of like Mandy. or something like that. It's just weird. It's really weird. But I like weird horror and psychological horror and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go at worst as Love Guru.
All right, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, The Wicker Man gave us that compilation of bear jokes for Channel Awesome on YouTube. So the Love Guru gave us nothing. So the Love Guru gets my vote.
Literally nothing except for
nothing.
Like
No.
I mean, Jessica Alba is nice.
Nightmares. Yeah, she's nice, but
Justin
not nice
Timberlake.
Not enough.
Kind of funny.
It's not that nice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But
Love Guru, clean sweep.
yeah, it's a clean sweep for the Love Guru. So, all right, coming up next, we got from Justin to Kelly, the American Idol movie or whatever you want to say from season 1 of the show, going up against Hot to Trot with Bobcat Goldthwait and a talking horse.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough.
I think I'm up first, right?
Yeah, you're up first, Jordan.
So, I actually haven't seen either one of these movies, and like, but I did have Hot to Trot on my list. Like, I wanted to watch it just because I'd be surprised if really anyone else has seen it, but because I'd never heard of it before I started doing research for this list. But it just looks way worse. It looks just awful. Like, I'm not a huge Bobcat Goldthwait fan. Like, his voice just like really annoys me, and like, yeah, just the idea of like him with a horse, I don't really get it. I don't really get from Justin to Kelly either. Let's just take the winner and the runner-up of American Idol and throw him in a movie for some reason. But I think I'm gonna go with Hot to Trot though. So yeah, that'll be my vote. Kevin, what do you think?
Man, from Justin to Kelly, I remember when that came out. I was in high school. That probably ages me there, but yeah, I know that one. That one definitely. It was kind of like it was like I mean, it's kind of like American Idol to me. Like I don't like it. So I thought the whole movie was bad. It didn't have much plot to me. There was no chemistry there. And it was just kind of like a pointed, they were just trying to get these two leads to be who they weren't. But like you said, I also haven't seen Hot to Trot. Just looking up what I've seen though, it does. I mean, it seems like it might have been, humorous back in the 80s. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give my vote to the one I have seen, and that's from Justin to Kelly.
All right, Jacob, who you got?
I mean, if that poster for Hot to Trot doesn't make you at least somewhat interested in wanting to see the movie,
Right?
I mean, something's wrong. From Justin to Kelly, like, I've never asked why is this movie being made, but why was this movie made? Like, there was no reason for it.
None.
Just to capitalize on the success of American Idol, and that's not always a good thing. So, from Justin to Kelly is getting my vote. He's got stupid hair too.
We got a late comer to the group. Fashionably late, but yeah.
No more tiebreakers.
Yeah. So, do you want to give your input here?
I've not seen any of these. I've not seen any of these movies. But I'm going to go Justin to Kelly because I don't like Kelly Clarkson. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Just out of spite, right? No. But Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, Hot to Trot actually has somewhat of like, it's kind of developed this weird cult following, because it's got like very dark, weird humor in it, and people have come to appreciate it. But like, to me, there's nothing worse than like a bad musical. Like, I hate musicals in the first place, but like a bad, like boring musical, yeah, like with no chemistry between the leads and like terrible songs, it to me is even worse and it just drags the movie. So I will also go from Justin to Kelly.
So I can't remember where the vote's at, but I think
It's
Justin
at 4 to
Kelly-
1 right now for Justin to Kelly. Yeah.
All right, 4-1. So yep, it
Mhm.
moves on. So coming up next, we got Barbed Wire. Advanced Crossroads, two kind of
Crossroads.
type,
Ooh.
like female-led movies. So
Mhm.
yeah. So
Well, here's the thing, Jordan. We just started with you, so should we just start with Malcolm here, and we'll just start back up
Yeah.
the ladder here? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, we'll just
So
do that.
we'll start
So
with Malcolm.
which one do you think is the worst movie?
Well, this is
The worst
easy for me.
movie.
Barber's got too many mods in it, so it can't be the worst. Crossroads.
Yeah. Kevin, what do you think?
Crossroads is it's really not the worst to me, but Barbed Wire is a even though that also is based on a comic book, it is a total clusterfuck of a movie. It's based in the second American Civil War, and it just has so many weird things going on. It's basically only an exhibition of Pamela Anderson's breasts. Tamara Morrison is somehow her ex-husband, which is kind of odd, but cool. But yeah, it's Barbed Wire is interesting in its plot just slightly, but I will have to say it's by far the worst movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jacob, what do you think?
I think we need to leave Brittany alone. She's going through a tough time.
Brittany alone.
I didn't hate Crossroads. I didn't like it. It was just one of those movies I was meh on. Barbed Wire looks like that poster's doing nothing for me. I've never been a fan of Pamela Anderson's acting. Even though I haven't seen the movie, I just have a feeling it's total crap. And so I'm going to go with Barbed Wire.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
You guys are making the wrong votes here. Barbed Wire is at least like it opens with a 5-minute credit scene with her basically taking a shower, so it's at least fun to start with. And she's basically in like a dominatrix outfit the whole movie, so at least there's something to look at and something to keep you interested. Crossroads is like Britney Spears and her friends just like milling around doing nothing, and it's a fucking slog for like 90 minutes. Like that movie stinks. I'll vote for. I don't care about the leave Britney alone. I'll go after Britney again. Who cares? Crossroads gets my vote.
Yeah, these are both two movies that I could really care less about either way. But at least like kind of like Austin said, at least you can look at Pamela Anderson running around in a leather outfit for 2 hours and like she's decent to look at. So, but so is Britney Spears. But at the same time, like not only is his Crossroads kind of like has a dumb plot, it's just boring. So
Mhm.
at least Barbed Wire is trying to do something and trying to have a little action, I guess I could say. So just by that margin, I'll vote Barbed Wire.
Barbed Wire
sorry,
first?
no.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I'm gonna vote. Well, Crossroads. I think Barbed Wire's the better one.
Okay.
Of the two. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna vote Crossroads.
So with that, 3-2 for Crossroads. So Crossroads.
Crossroads
goes
moves
through.
on. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So next up on the list we have Troll 2.
Yeah.
Gotti. Here we go. Oh man.
We start with Kevin on this one.
Oh man. All right. So I mean Troll 2 is one of those that's it's an oft like reference movie. I expected more when I saw it because I had heard a lot about it, and as a fan of bad movies, it has a reputation. But when you talk about Gotti, there's literally no it has no endearing no endearing purpose to it. There's nothing really entertaining about it. It's flawed. The story's flawed. It's the editing's jumbled. It's basically like a 90s movie made for TV. So I'm gonna go with Gotti.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Troll 2 definitely has the worst poster. That thing is
Yeah.
hideous. But Gotti is the worst movie. It's like you said, there's nothing redeeming about that movie. John Travolta just needed the paycheck, apparently.
Yep. Austin, what do you think?
All right. So my tag here, Nilbog, is a reference to Troll 2 because it's goblin spelled backwards, so I love Troll 2. Like it's a horrible movie, but like I've seen it in a theater, I've seen it with a crowd. It's amazingly great. I've seen the documentary about it called Best Worst Movie. So because it's the best worst movie, it's a better movie than Gotti, and Gotti is the worst movie because you can at least have a blast with Troll 2 and get together and drink, and it's incredible. Gotti is fucking terrible. So yeah, I will go Gotti as the worst movie. Even though Troll 2 might actually be the worst movie, Gotti's the worst movie, if that makes sense. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense.
Right.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a tournament fight. You don't have to make sense. You just
Yeah.
Right. But
I was voting for the best worst movie. Troll 2 would be number one.
Yeah,
right.
right.
For the best, like how much fun they are. Like Troll 2 would be number one in my book.
Yeah. Well, so I've never seen a Troll 2, but is there a Troll 1 or like what is this? Like,
there's a Troll 1. Troll 2 has nothing to do with Troll 1.
No.
It doesn't even have trolls. It has goblins, not trolls. It has nothing to do with the first one whatsoever.
Oh, weird.
It was like one of the first ones to tag on a movie that came before that has nothing to do with it. Yeah, it's not set in the same universe. Nothing. Nope.
Well,
it's made by an Italian guy that didn't speak English, a director.
Does anyone remember that old thing, Movie Pass, like that little card you could like, go see like supposedly
I have one.
Unlimited movies? Well, so like the movie Gotti was like one of the last ditch efforts to try and keep Movie Pass alive. Like they promoted the heck out of Gotti. Like I remember it being all over their app. Like they made some kind of partnership deal with it that they're going to promote this thing. And like they couldn't have picked a worse movie to be partnered up with. I don't think it's the reason that actually killed Movie Pass. Like they were just incompetent overall and didn't know how to run a business. But still, like Gotti's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I've never seen Troll 2, but like Gotti is just so bad. Like even the like makeup on. Like in the poster, you can see like the makeup looks horrible. The like just like the editing's bad. Just like everything, like it's a boring movie to watch. Like it's just bad. So yeah, I gotta go Gotti. Malcolm?
I mean, I haven't seen either of those movies. But at this point, Gotti's moving on, regardless of what I would have said anyway. So, but I mean, and as opposed to Stephen's comment in the chat about Gotti not being able to be worse than Old Dogs. I have fun with Old Dogs. Gotti, according to Rotten Tomatoes, Gotti is 0%. I think Old Dogs has some percent.
Yeah, right.
Gotti has 0. That's right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, with that, Gotti moves on. So,
but for those out there, if you want an amazing bad movie, like have an amazing experience with some friends, watch Troll 2. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it is
fantastic.
But coming up next week we have Kazan starring Shaquille O'Neal going up against House of the Dead, which is based on a video game. If anyone's been to the arcade, the little arcade shooter, House of the Dead, that's this movie. So.
Yeah, Uwe Boll. That's right.
Yeah, and this is House of the Dead 1. It looks like they might have made a sequel, and this might be a poster for the sequel somehow.
Well, they made a sequel. They made a straight-to-video sequel. Yeah, and
But yeah,
it's
but-
somehow worse, but we don't count direct-to-video sequels on here. So, yeah.
No, we're just talking about the original
Mhm.
House of the Dead, despite the poster. But I think,
Yeah.
are you up first,
Jacob.
Austin? Okay,
Jacob.
All right, what do you
Yeah.
got here?
Kazam is another one of those, like, I feel like you could watch it with friends and have a good time just watching how bad of a movie this is. House of the Dead, like, that poster does nothing for me. I've never seen the movie. But again, because I can have fun with Kazam with friends, I'm gonna go House of the Dead.
Yep. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll also go House of the Dead. It's a stunningly bad movie, even for Uwe Boll standards. It's stunningly bad. It just has bad like Matrix effects and bad zombie effects and horrible acting. Like, yeah, Kazam at least is Shaq just being Shaq, and you can laugh at it and point at how silly it is. So I'll go House of the Dead as the worst movie of the two.
Yeah. House of the Dead is a fun video game. Like, it's kind of one of my go-to video games at the arcade. But I've never seen the movie. And up until we made this list, I didn't even know that they made a House of the Dead movie. I don't really see what the real premise would really be for House of the Dead, versus just like zombies walking around, people shooting zombies. I don't know, but I'm a huge basketball fan. Like, I was a fan of Shaquille O'Neal. Like even in like all the weird commercials that he does for like Icy Hot and like the General and all those crazy commercials because I even like him in one of those, like, despite how cheesy he is. Like, it's always fun to see him pop up and things. See him as a genie. Like, I don't know if I would say fun is the right word, but it definitely wasn't like one of the worst things ever made. I'll say that. So I'll vote for House of the Dead. That's my vote. So Malcolm, what do you think?
Once again, I haven't seen either of those, but House of the Dead is directed by Uwe Boll. I mean,
Malcolm's like, I got to be on this episode. I haven't seen any of these movies, but I'll vote on them.
Oh no, I've seen a few of them. It just happened to be matchups. There've been a lot of
Right.
those I haven't. I mean, House of the Dead is directed by Uwe Boll. I mean, how can it be?
It's Uwe Boll, dude.
Kazam, and Kazam is Shaq, so Shaq is good.
Yep, right. Shaq's always good. Kevin?
Well, he's not good, but I mean, he's Shaq.
Exactly. Shazam. I mean, Kazam. No, a lot of people.
Yeah,
A lot of people call it Shazam. But no, it's that's one of those. That's one of those. What do you call it? Things where you think it's the different thing. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Kazam. It's not a bad premise, and I love Shaq growing up because I grew up during the time when he was playing ball, and he was like one of my favorite ball players. But yeah, this was like just a money grab by making him an actor. He only person I really felt for was Max's mom, which was the kid's mom. Shaq tried to rap. He kind of sucked at it, and the people he was rapping with weren't very good either. So yeah, this is not very good. But House of the Dead was pretty awful. There were so many like jump cuts in such a small amount of time. Like it might be a record set. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go at least Kazam. You can have a good time watching it and have some laughs. I'll go with House of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, was it a clean sweep for House of the Dead?
Sweep for House of the Dead. Right. Sweep for House of the Dead. Yep.
All right, clean sweep. All right, move on to the next. We got the Emoji Movie.
Well, you got to put up the poop emoji.
Yeah, right.
You got to put up the poop emoji.
The poop emoji.
Poop emoji. All right, up in
there you go.
In the top right hand corner, we got to throw it up there. Yeah. So I believe you're up, Austin.
Yeah, I'm up. Oh God, I hated the Emoji Movie. I hated almost everything about like the premise, the fact that it exists as a movie, just based on this thin ass premise. Like Jaws: The Revenge again is horrible, but you can have a blast watching it. Like it is the setup is atrocious. The shark standing up out of the water and roaring. It's hilarious. People falling into the water and getting out and they're completely dry. I mean, you can have so much fun with Jaws: The Revenge. The Emoji Movie is again another one of these like crimes. Like, why did it even get made? So I'm gonna say Emoji is worse.
Yeah. Well, one of the best clips that I've seen in a long time. So there's a clip of John Schnepp, the late great John Schnepp, just like trashing on the Emoji Movie, and he's talking about the Emoji Movie versus the Tetris movie, just going on this like crazy rant about like why are they making this movie? Like even before the movie was even made, people like didn't even want it. Like so it's like I have no idea why it was even made. Like maybe they're just trying to like play off of the success of the Lego movie, possibly. I don't know, but at least Jaws has Jaws in it. Like it has sharks in it, and sharks are cool. And the original Jaws is a classic, and it's a play off of that. I mean, I don't know if that really the argument really holds up too well, but still, I'm going to use it, and I'm going to vote for the Emoji Movie. So, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I started watching Jaws eventually just before this, but I didn't finish it. But the Emoji Movie had promise. Like, it could have been good. It wasn't. It's the worst movie out of these two. It moves on.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with Malcolm. The Emoji Movie, to me, it at least has like a sense of purpose. The main character has Gene. He's not. He doesn't want to be just a normal emoji, and he wants to break out. And he finds his best friend. And there's a story there. There's promise there. It may not be the best movie. It's a little weird, but I think there was a target audience, and Jaws: The Revenge, though, the fourth film in this franchise, it was just at this point, they were just really trying to beat a dead horse. So I'm going to go with
overkill
with Jaws: The Revenge as the worst one.
All right, Jacob, what do you think?
One of these movies has Michael Caine, who is a pretty decent actor, I'd say. The other one has a voice cast with Rachel Ray and Jeff Ross for some reason. If you have to cast them in your movie, you know it's not going to do well. The Emoji Movie.
But it also has Sir Patrick Stewart as the poop emoji. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that doesn't level out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that doesn't sell anyone on it, really.
4-1 for Emoji, Jordan. So Emoji moves
moving on. All right, so that'll be the end of that side of the bracket. All right,
we're an hour and 12 in, so let's get to this other side of the bracket. It's gonna be
right.
We're only halfway through round one.
Wow.
Yeah, we gotta go a little faster.
Yeah,
we gotta pick it up.
Halfway through, we're living on a prayer.
Is it okay? All right, so next up we have Dragon Ball Evolution going up against Highlander 2: The Quickening. So,
Jordan, you're up first.
Is it me? Okay, well.
Yep.
Well, I've never seen a Highlander movie before, even the good ones I haven't seen. So, but the thing is, though, I actually own Dragon Ball Evolution, but it was one of those blind buys that I bought it before I had even seen the movie. So I found it in a discount bin. And I was like, ooh, this could be good, and I was like, nope, not good. Kind of a waste of money, but it wasn't terrible. I didn't really think that it was terrible. It just kind of really whitewashed the whole franchise. It just kind of, I don't know, it was just nah. But I didn't really hate it. So I just think that because of all the love for the first Highlander and how people say Highlander 2 it's so bad, I'm gonna go with Highlander 2 for my pick for which one's worse. So, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I've only just recently seen the first Highlander. I didn't even know there was a sequel to it until this very moment.
There's several sequels to it.
Yep,
and I really do not like Dragon Ball Z at all. But I mean, even looking at that poster for Dragon Ball Evolution, they don't even look like the characters they're supposed to be. Regardless, so I'm going to say Dragon Ball Evolution is the worst one out of this.
All right, Kevin, what do you think?
This is a tough one. I will say that I agree with Malcolm that Dragon Ball was again another one of these movies that was kind of a whitewash, and so already it was bad from the beginning. It was just a paint by numbers kind of film, but Highlander 2, it also was not that great because it just had there was no motivation for the characters. There was no origin for the immortals, and there was some contradictions for the logic of the film. But I will go for Dragon Ball Evolution as the worst.
All right, Jacob.
I'm just gonna say Dragon Ball Evolution, so I don't go on the 20-minute tangent about how it's so bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Austin.
Yeah, it's already Dragon Ball at this point, but I will just say I would have voted for Highlander 2, only because it is completely incomprehensible in almost every line of dialogue it delivers, and it has Sean Connery, Michael Ironside, Christopher Lambert, and wastes every single one of them to where like they're all bad, and like they're delivering this exposition that's atrocious. It makes zero sense. Dragon Ball is like whatever. They tried to make a stupid live action movie that strayed from the animated series. Whatever, who cares? But like Highlander 2, like it's a bigger fall from the original one, so I would have voted for Highlander 2.
And they both have kind of stupid subtitles that don't really make that much sense too. I don't really get it. So.
This is true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, anyways, moving on, we have Going Overboard and the Adam Sandler movie where he's on a ship versus Catwoman. Ooh.
Ooh.
I got
All right,
something to
Malcolm.
say when it comes to my turn. Listen.
It's easy going overboard. I actually have fun with the Catwoman movie. While I understand it being here because it's not a good movie, there's a Going Overboard is Adam Sandler's first movie and it shows. It is just bad. It is just really bad. Like, I watched this because I was doing a Adam Sandler binge list of Letterboxd and was like, I'll watch it. It's like I almost stopped it halfway through, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep watching this, see if it goes in. It really didn't.
Yeah. All right, Kevin. What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree with Malcolm. Going Overboard is bad. Catwoman to me has redeemable qualities. That is the movie that I just watched tonight. Every time I watch it, I find a few more redeemable qualities. I think it's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. The love story there could have been toned back a little bit. But I do think Halle Berry put a lot into her acting. I think the directing was just was poorly done. So I will say Going Overboard is the worst one.
What,
Yeah.
we don't like sensual basketball playing? Is that not fun?
Yeah, right.
Her and Benjamin Bratt.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, that basketball scene is just ridiculous. It's like basketball is my favorite sport, and that scene made me almost not want to play basketball again.
You get to watch your ass jiggle for like 5 seconds. So I mean,
Yeah, if you want to see Halle Berry in scantily clad clothing, just watch the Flintstones. It's better. And going overboard. I've never seen it, but I'm sure if I did decide to throw it on, I'd expect a dumb Adam Sandler comedy, and that's what I would get. Catwoman gets my vote.
Yeah.
Well,
Austin?
comedy is a loose term for going overboard because that movie is unwatchable. Like I tried to get through, like I got a half an hour into that movie, and like it's every scene is Adam Sandler just like talking to the camera, and it is atrocious. That movie is unfucking watchable. So like I will vote for that movie almost as much as Son of the Mask. Like it is a high contender for me. Like it is. If you're not sick, if you don't want to destroy, like it might be the worst Adam Sandler movie ever made. Like I know Jack and Jill is bad, but like at least he somewhat knows how to act in that movie. He still doesn't know how to act in this movie. So I will say going overboard with a bullet on this one.
At least Jack and Jill has Al Pacino in it, at least, right?
Yeah.
Even though he's horrible. Right? Well, like Catwoman though just has like some of the worst lines of dialogue to me. The cats come when they feel like it, not when they're told, or like these horrible like lines in there. And it's like Halle Berry was like licking herself like a cat, and like walking around acting like a cat. Like if you know the character of Catwoman from the actual comic book, she doesn't really act like a cat. Like she's in a cat costume, but the same way as like Batman. Batman doesn't go around making bat noises and fluttering around all weird. I mean, he will kind of float down with a cape, but I mean that's about the extent of it. So like this is just like her just acting horrible, and also it was just kind of interesting. Before we went live, I was showing my wife the list, and she's like, "You have Catwoman on there?" Like, I love Catwoman. That's an awesome movie. Like, she really likes it. She's like, "Yeah, like it's Halle Berry." So like, well, I'll just say like low key, she's kind of into girls, so like she thinks Halle Berry's hot. So there's that. But so yeah, and yeah, like, but she really likes the movie. So I guess I don't really understand why, but going overboard, like that movie's bad, and like there's not really anything good I can really say about going overboard. But I think that like yeah, Catwoman's just the worst of the two. I'll just say that it's a tough one though. They're both horrible movies, but Catwoman by a little bit for me. So yeah.
We've got a 3-2 for going overboard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Going overboard takes it. All right. Sounds good. All right. Moving to the next one. We got movie 43 going up against Norbit. Okay. All right.
Oh.
We're going to start with
Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is an easy one. I am a big proponent of movie 43. I love all the little sections. The Hugh Jackman section with the chin, with the ball sack.
Oh man,
the Gerard Butler leprechaun is one of my favorite.
Those are the worst scenes of the whole thing. Oh man,
no, absolutely. No, man, I love this movie. So Norbit by far, even though I can kind of relate because I'm a shy guy like Norbit. But like Eddie Murphy in this. But I mean, he does a great job. But I do have to say, Norbit loses this one 10 times out of 10 for me.
All right, Jacob.
What do you think?
Yeah. Eddie Murphy, just because he can play multiple roles, doesn't mean he should play multiple roles. And this movie was a big example of that. I haven't forced myself to watch movie 43 yet, but Norbit is just so bad. Norbit is I didn't laugh once, which is not good for an Eddie Murphy movie. So, Norbit.
Okay.
Well, Austin, what do you think?
I'm also going to vote for Norbit. Movie 43 is not as bad as people make it out to be. I'm kind of with Kevin. Like, I think everybody in that movie knows exactly what movie they made. They're just trying to be in really stupid, dumb comedy skits, but they know exactly what they're doing. They are playing into the jokes every time. I'm not saying it's good overall. I'm just saying it's not as bad as people make it out to be. If you broke them up and watched some of these on YouTube in individual pieces, they'd be just fine, and people would be like, maybe they wouldn't like it, but they would not say it's as atrocious. Norbit is her screaming and yelling, and it's just it gives you a headache, and it's horrible. And movie 43 is not that bad. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's not that bad. I vote for Norbit.
Man, what are you guys smoking? Movie 43 is the worst movie ever made of all time. Ever
No, it's
made.
not.
Like,
No, it's not.
There's no movie on earth that's better or that's worse than the movie 43. Like, you want to walk around and see Hugh Jackman with a freaking ball sack on his chin. It's like, Kevin, you named the two segments that I hate the absolute worst. The Hugh Jackman ball sack scene, and then
That's just making me want to watch the movie more.
the Gerard.
Yeah. The funny thing is he's playing it straight. He's like not bringing any attention to it. He's playing it completely straight. That's what's funny about it.
Why do we need to see Hugh Jackman with the ball sack on his chin? Why do we need that? Why does the world need that? It's not funny.
Because it was amusing.
It's not even amusing. It's just dumb. Like it's like borderline offensive to people. Like it's like it's just not good. And then the whole leprechaun scene, it's like he's not even playing it. Like I don't know. Like he just over the top. It's just like not funny. I thought that they're stupid. Literally, like I watched those two segments and then I turned it off and I've never gone back to it. It was one of the most like atrocious train wrecks I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't care what movie would ever go up against movie 43. I would vote for movie 43 as the worst movie ever made. Like it is so bad. I hate this movie. This movie like physically made me angry walking out of the theater that I just wasted my time and my money like going to see it because I saw it in theaters. I don't know why I wasted my money in theaters, but I did. Like I can't believe that I did. But yeah, so movie 43 for me. Like I have a lot of hatred towards this. Sorry, but Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, those that know me know which way I'm going. Look, movie 43 is a so bad and is almost good movie. I enjoy watching this. Well, yes, I agree that it's not a good movie. It is. I've got it at 1.5 on Letterboxd. We do not need to see any movie falling in love with himself. I mean, like a lot of people, there was a lot of people's problem with Loki was that Loki initially fell in love with himself, but people accepted that because it's multiverse. This isn't a multiverse movie. Norbit is just terrible. And to Brian's comment in there, it is not a top 10 Eddie Murphy movie by far. It is a bottom, well, however many movies he's made, it's his worst movie ever. Norbit goes through.
Man. Well, yeah, Norbert's pretty bad.
You might be alone on this one, Jordan, because movie 43 is not that
bad. Like movie 43 just like makes
dude.
Me, like,
okay, hold on for a second.
Like,
just hold on. There's a whole segment with Chris Pratt, who's awesome, and Anna Faris, where Anna Faris sits him down. It's like a start of a romantic comedy, and she just goes like, I want you to shit on me. And Chris Pratt's reaction where he just goes, come again? What? Like his reactions are awesome. Like his reactions are fantastic.
He's like farting all over the place. Like keeps farting like over and over again.
No, it's because he took laxatives and he's gonna shit on her. Yeah.
Like keeps farting. It's like oh my gosh, that's so bad. Like I'm not a fan of like fart jokes, shit jokes, any of that. Like I hate that stuff. It's not funny. It's just like stupid and gross and offensive. It's not funny. Yeah, so I actually did see that segment also, and that's where I shut it off. So like I even told.
I mean, what also you said you saw this in the theaters. How did you manage to see segments on their own? If you went to it in the theaters, you would have had to see the whole thing. So.
Well, no. Because I walked out of the movie, I didn't even stay for it, so that's why. But yeah. So, but But for whatever reason, Norbit makes it, I guess.
Yeah, because it's I'd rather watch movie 43 than Norbit. Yeah,
All right,
I would
man.
Dude, it's because they play it straight. Like they know exactly what movie they're in. Like Norbit is
all these, like,
is over the top
like
of being
A-list actors
is
and
like
expect
ridiculous.
they expect that because
But
they just paid an A-list actor to be in it, that like people are gonna watch this thing, that like it makes it good. Like just because it's A-list actor,
And
doesn't make it
they
good.
knew what they were doing going into it. That's the point, Jordan. It's not like they didn't read the script. They knew exactly
Right.
what they were doing, and they did
Right.
it. Like you're acting like they didn't know what they were getting into. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they know exactly. They read the script. Like I'm just saying.
Every actor knows. Like, you think that like the cast of like the Last Airbender knew what they were getting into? That it was going to be that bad? No, but it was that bad. So I mean,
No, but the Last Airbender was supposed to be a comedy. It was unintentional comedy. That's the difference.
This is true.
But anyway, so yeah, that's. We could debate it all night, so we'll leave it at that. But we got Date Movie going against Ridiculous 6. So, who's up?
Jacob.
All right, Jacob.
Oh man, both of these are big piles of garbage. Hot garbage.
Yeah. Hot
But
garbage.
Taylor Lautner probably has like my least favorite performance ever in The Ridiculous Six.
Oh yeah.
And on top of that, it's just a ridiculous movie. Date movie, it is what it is. But The Ridiculous Six is terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm gonna go The Ridiculous Six.
All right. Well, Austin, what do you?
Yeah, I'll put through some other Friedberg Seltzer movies. Date Movie was like I think the first one, and it's not the worst of the several ones that are on the list. So I'll leave it alone for now. Ridiculous Six, I literally started watching it today. I got like 45 minutes in, and I shut it off. I could not take it anymore. Like it was god awful, horrendous. It's too long. Every scene goes on 5 minutes longer than it should. I vote for Ridiculous Six.
Yeah, for me, if it wasn't for Taylor Lautner and Rob Schneider with the donkey that like constantly has diarrhea and is like shitting all over the place, like I think this movie wouldn't actually be that bad, but it's like those two things that just kind of ruin it for me. But like, as much as I hate fart jokes and poop jokes and all that stuff, like I still do kind of low key like The Ridiculous Six. I mean, I don't like those parts of it, but I like kind of other parts of it. And so, yeah, I'll vote Date Movie for this one. But Malcolm?
Yeah. So I mean, it's like I have fun with the Friedberg Seltzer parody movies. Like, well, yes, they are not good, but I have fun with them. And this one, I laughed more in Date Movie than and I laughed 0 times with Ridiculous Six. So Ridiculous Six goes through.
Yeah. Kevin, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Date Movie. It was kind of at the beginning of the whole parody schlock of movies. Everybody watched it because of Allison Hannigan. I feel like Ridiculous Six was literally that ridiculous, and so I was okay with it until the Taylor Lautner part, and that just pushed me over the edge. But and I'm even a Twilight fan, so I'm gonna say Ridiculous Six is the worst of this one.
Jacob?
I started off.
You voted. Yeah, you started.
Okay.
So it's Ridiculous Six.
All right, that's Ridiculous Six. All right. Ridiculous Six, moving on. All right. We'll move to the next. We got The Room.
The Room, all right. The Room.
When Harry Met Lloyd. All right.
Ooh.
So we start with.
All right, start with me. Okay. This is going to be similar to what I was just talking about with Troll 2. I've seen The Room in the theater with a crowd who loves it. You can have an absolute blast with it. Although it is objectively the worst made movie, than Dumb and Dumberer. But like I remember seeing Dumb and Dumberer in the theater and like just being baffled at how unfunny it was and like how they could screw it up so bad and how unnecessary it was. So as far as the bigger one that commits the bigger crime, in this one it's going to be When Harry Met Lloyd, because again you can have a blast with The Room even though it's the worst movie. So I vote for Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, and I'll just echo what Austin said instead of going on a long rant again. So and I'm gonna pick Dumb and Dumber, but I do have a couple low key kind of jokes that I personally do kind of chuckle at, but that's just me personally. I don't think anyone else would find it funny, so that's just kind of a weird kind of thing that I have. But yeah, I'm gonna go Dumb and Dumber. Malcolm?
Yeah, I mean, like Dumb and Dumber only exists because they want to do a sequel, but at this point Jim Carrey wasn't doing many more sequels at this stage of his career. So it was like, oh yeah, we'll do a prequel, get different people to play these characters. It'll work out fine. It didn't. And for the same reasons as Austin, The Room is a cult classic for a reason. People have fun with it in the worst possible way. So Dumb and Dumber moves on.
Yep. Kevin, what do you think?
I couldn't agree more with you guys. Dumb and Dumber is just a pointless prequel, and it ruins a lot of the originals. Great jokes and spot on humor. Whereas The Room, it's not the best movie by any means, but you can tell there's a lot of heart there. A lot of feeling by the director, obviously Tommy Wiseau. So I'm gonna say Dumb and Dumber is the worst.
Yep. Jacob?
The Room gave us The Disaster Artist, and I absolutely love that movie. Dumb and Dumber just gave me a headache. So, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Although the actual sequel they made of it wasn't much better.
No.
Yeah,
I should have just left it alone. Yeah.
Yep, that absolutely.
Yeah,
should.
even when they got the original people back, it still wasn't very good. We should say something.
Yep. So with that, Dumb and Dumber moves on. So we'll come on, moving to the next. We got It's Pat, the movie, going up against Spice World. Whoa. Okay. I guess I'm up first, right?
Yeah, you're up first.
So I have seen Spice World, and like I didn't really care for it. I mean, I didn't think it was horrible. It's kind of like not for me. Maybe for like preteen girls or something like that, but not really for me. So, but I haven't seen It's Pat, but I'm gonna vote for it because I think that the Pat character, it just baffles me that character of all the characters that you could have chosen from Saturday Night Live, even at that time, because I'm a huge diehard SNL fan, like they chose Pat, like one of the stupidest characters. I already thought this character was an atrocious character, and they made an entire movie of it, and I'm probably never gonna watch it just because like I find that character borderline offensive. So yeah, I got to go with It's Pat. Malcolm?
Yeah. I don't know much about It's Pat. Just said it's from a Saturday Night Live sketch. Spice World is a guilty pleasure of mine. I enjoy it. Meatloaf is great in it. So my vote is going to It's Pat.
Shout out Meatloaf. Yeah, forgot. Kevin?
While It's Pat is, I think nowadays, I think it would be received better because of the just
like a non-binary character.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Coming in, but I think it was just the wrong time for this movie to come out. It's not funny. A lot of unfunny jokes. It was just a bad character for SNL to produce into a movie. Fun fact though, Quentin Tarantino did help produce this, I believe, or has an uncredited writer part. But anyway, Spice World, the Spice Girls movie is it just brings back a lot of nostalgia and a lot of like feelings here because I'm that old. And so yeah, I will say It's Pat is the worst.
All right, Jacob, what do you think?
I think the Spice Girls are a global treasure, and just because they made a bad movie doesn't mean that it's the worst movie. It's Pat is getting my vote.
Yeah. Well, that one girl's kind of like sort of entertaining on America's Got Talent, the black chick that's from Spice Girls. She's on that, so yeah.
Mel B.
Mel B. That's right. Yeah, but Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a clean sweep for It's Pat. Spice World is bad, but it's also just like noise, and it's just an advertisement for the Spice Girls. I mean, I actually watched it with my sister back when we were kids, and like it stinks, but it's just dumb. It's Pat is like the worst way you could do a SNL sketch stretched out to 90 minutes because the sketch itself is a one joke movie and the movie is also a one joke movie stretched to 90 minutes, and which is more excruciating than like it kind of works for the 4 minutes of sketches, but like this is the worst SNL movie by far. And yeah, it's Pat. I've actually seen it. I have seen it, and it's atrocious. Yeah, it's bad. So yeah, it's Pat.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Clean sweep for It's Pat. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So going to the next, we got Jack and Jill going up against the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Next Generation. All right. This one kind of intrigues me, but
yeah.
So what you guys think, Malcolm? We got.
This is one I know. I've seen a few of the sequels to Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know if I've seen this specific one.
This is the one with Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. Do you remember that at all?
I think I might have seen it. I don't know. But anyway, I was going to vote for it regardless because I actually enjoy Jack and Jill to an extent. Like, well, yes, it is a bad movie. It is not Adam Sandler's worst movie, and I mean I'd probably put it around the middle of his movies. Just say I enjoy it better than some of his earlier stuff, like Billy Madison. So yeah, Texas Chainsaw Next Generation.
There's a hot take on Billy Madison, but Kevin, what do you think?
To me, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not good, but it's not terrible either. There are better, obviously better versions of this movie, but Jack and Jill, I don't mind. I don't mind Adam Sandler playing dual roles or multiple roles, but man, him playing that Jill role is just straight up annoying to me, and it eats away like at my ears. So I'm gonna have to say Jack and Jill is the worst out of these two.
There you go. Jacob, what do you think?
I don't hate the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Matthew McConaughey is absolutely crazy in that movie. It's kind of fun to watch. There's nothing fun to watch in Jack and Jill. I said it with Eddie Murphy. Just because you can play multiple roles doesn't mean you should play multiple roles. Jack and Jill is getting my vote.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw with McConaughey and Zellweger is, you can watch it because McConaughey goes absolutely over the top. Like he knows exactly what movie he's in, and he is playing it up to 11 in that movie. He's awesome. And then Renee Zellweger's line deliveries are atrocious. Can I role play real quick and play Renee Zellweger for a second, if one of y'all will assist me? So I just need Kevin, real quick. Just ask the question. There's a scene where she bursts in after being chased by Leatherface to a little trailer, and there's a lady sitting at a desk. And all you have to say is what's going on. So just Kevin, give me the line.
What's going on?
There was a guy out there with like a chainsaw. Like he had a chainsaw. There was like a chainsaw. He had a chainsaw.
That's awesome.
That's what he said. That's what she says. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not changing the line delivery. That's how she delivers the line after being massacred or horribly like traumatized by a guy with a chainsaw. So it is fantastic to watch. So I will vote for Jack and Jill because the Jill character makes my ears bleed. So yes.
If you classify Texas Chainsaw as a comedy, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you kind of could.
Right.
You almost could. Yeah.
all day. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm gonna vote for Jack and Jill as the worst of the two, just because. Look at the release date. It's 11/11/11, and for a movie that bad to come out on that exact date, just like sounds like bad luck to me. So I'm not gonna go against that. I gotta vote Jack and Jill.
All right.
So
4-1 for Jack and Jill. All right.
Supposed to be a good luck date.
Yep.
Yeah.
But moving on, we got Battlefield
No.
Earth, one of Cat in the Hat.
Oh.
So
Kevin.
who's up? All right,
Mhm.
Kevin, what do you got?
Oh man. All right. So Battlefield Earth. That is definitely not my favorite Travolta film. That's for sure.
You don't say.
Yeah. I know.
You like the leverage? Leverage? You want leverage?
Leverage.
Let's say just the sci-fi part of it is not the worst, I guess, but it's not the best sci-fi film by any means. The Cat in the Hat, I want to give it more points just because it is the Cat in the Hat, and Mike Myers is. I mean, he's a little absurdly funny in this, but he's still a little humorous. I still laugh when I watch it. So I'm gonna have to go Battlefield Earth as the worst.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I chuckled a couple times in The Cat in the Hat. And Sean Hayes has a ridiculous character that I laugh at. So,
Forgot about that.
Battlefield Earth, I don't think there's anything redeeming about that movie at all. Battlefield Earth.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I'll vote for Battlefield Earth just because by the time if you make it to the end of that movie, which feels like it's about 10 hours long, you are exhausted. You are exhausted.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch movies anymore again ever. And at least with Cat in the Hat, it's like 90 minutes. You're kind of it's like 80 minutes. You're like in and out. And Mike Myers is at least trying. I mean, he doesn't succeed, but he's at least trying. And like Battlefield Earth just goes on and on and on and on, and you are just wiped out at the end of it. So I'll vote Battlefield Earth.
I actually laughed at the dirty hoe joke, Chris.
Yeah. Well, Battlefield Earth is one of my watches this week in my horrible movie quest, and like I didn't find it as bad as some people say. Like I thought that like it was bad, but it wasn't like all time bad. But at the same time, like I kind of feel the same way about the Cat in the Hat. I think it's bad, but it's not all time bad. I mean, this one might be one of the tougher matchups for me. So I mean, I think probably I would actually give it to the Cat in the Hat just because like Mike Myers in that cat suit, like for whatever reason, I just don't like movies about cats. I don't like Cat in the Hat. I don't like the movie Cats. I don't like any of those cat type movies. They're not for me. I don't like Catwoman, all of that. So yeah, I'm gonna vote for Cat in the Hat. Malcolm?
My cat is.
So what are the votes at the moment? Is it sort of
3-1 for Battlefield right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would have gone for Battlefield Earth. easily. Like, I started watching that for some reason once. I couldn't get through it. I have fun with Cat in the Hat, and it's one of those ones that's, it's like it's made for kids, and I know a lot of kids that have a lot of fun with Cat in the Hat, and but Battlefield Earth was just boring to even try and get through.
Yeah.
At least Cat in the Hat doesn't tilt the camera sideways the whole movie and make you nauseous trying to follow it. So at least it's shot straight on, and it doesn't make me nauseous and dizzy. So at least that has it for it. But yeah, I don't understand.
Well, for that, I'm going to switch my vote. Not
You switch your vote?
Yeah.
I convinced him.
Explain to me for the Battlefield Earth. Like, yeah, like it really did make me seriously dizzy. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What, you don't like your camera angle tilted at a 70-degree angle for the entire movie? You don't like that? It's not a good creative
every
decision?
single one. They didn't have like any straight on the camera angle. They're all like that. I was like, what the heck? But yeah, moving on. We have Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull going up against Shaq in the movie Steel. So
some more geek stuff, Kevin. But we start with Jacob.
Yeah.
Starts with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Kingdom of the Crystal Skull yet because I didn't know why they were making another Indiana Jones movie.
Jacob, wait, have you seen the original trilogy?
Yes.
Okay, stop. That movie doesn't exist. Just stop where you are. Just stop. Let it stay on a good note. Just stop.
Well, in that case, this is that movie doesn't exist. I have to go with Steel because that movie does exist.
Yep. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shaq got a pass for Kazam. He's not getting a pass for Steel.
There you go.
Austin, what do you think?
Steel, I would say, is more of the slog by the time you get through it. Crystal Skull is horrendous. This is tough. I don't know, because like they're both bad. Like, which one? If you put them both in front of me, which one would I watch? Actually, you know what? I'd watch Steel before I'd watch Crystal Skull. So I'll say Crystal Skull gets my vote.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to do that. Like, if you have them both in front of you, which one would you?
Yeah, like watch? Which one would I have to watch? I think I'd watch Steel. Yeah.
For me, like I think that if I had to watch one, I'd probably watch Steel too because I'm also a huge basketball fan. I like Shaq, and like for me, it doesn't really matter what Shaq does, even if it looks like something totally stupid. Like I'm always intrigued though. Like now he's even like doing ads for ink cartridges, for like Epson, which like why did they have Shaq for that type of thing? It makes no sense, but whatever. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna vote Kingdom of the Crystal Skull though. So Malcolm.
Yeah, there's two sets of camps in the world. The ones that say Temple of Doom is the worst Indiana Jones movie. The ones that say Crystal Skull is the worst Indiana Jones movie. I'm of the people that say Temple of Doom is the worst Indiana Jones movie. I love Crystal Skull. I think it's
boot him off the stream. You're done. Come on, man. Yeah, bye.
There's a reason I stayed quiet when this was being proposed to be put in place of one of the ones we decided wasn't. But so my vote goes to Steel.
All right. Well, Kevin, what do you think?
I mean, Crystal Skull actually has a decent plot development at the beginning. It's that second half where it really loses you. Shaq and Steel, it's a 90s DC movie, so it doesn't have a ton of CGI. I actually think that he came into his acting in a pretty pretty decent role here. So I am gonna go with the worst being Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
All right.
So Crystal Skull makes it 3-2.
One of the worst. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see how far it goes, but moving on, we got Batman and Robin. Speaking of another superhero type movie, going against Baby Genius.
Oh God. Oh God.
Geez. Okay.
Oh God. All right, it goes to me first.
Yeah, good for you.
This one's like way easy for me. Baby Geniuses is excruciating. Like that movie, like the premise, the fake baby talking through it. There's like fight scenes where there's a 5-year-old fighting grown men and winning. It's got a terrifying like baby robot at the end of it. There's like implied baby sex in it. It's really weird and creepy. At least Batman and Robin, it's long, but like you can drink and have fun with all the ice puns and silly with it. Like it's incompetently made, but I'll vote Baby Geniuses by a mile on this one. It's the worst movie.
Yeah, this one's easy. Baby Geniuses. I don't know why Christopher Lloyd and Kathleen Turner are like even in this movie, let alone on the poster for this movie. Like if I would then that type of a movie, I would have to be hidden away from all the marketing so you could forget I was ever part of that thing. But yeah, but I actually kind of like Batman and Robin. I don't hate it as much as everyone says. Like I have a lot of fun with all the ice puns and all that stuff, and like yeah, and I don't even mind Batgirl in it. Like I'm actually fine with it. So yeah, I'll go with Baby Geniuses. Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about this for reasons that I'm not going to spoil here. But I'm going to just say Batman and Robin.
All right. Fair enough.
Let me guess, you're a big fan of Baby Geniuses, and you just don't want to say it.
Yeah, right.
You thought it was a laugh riot.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Kevin?
I will say, not surprisingly, I think the cast in Batman and Robin. I think I said this in the chat before. Batman and Robin is one of my guilty pleasures. Clooney, Chris O'Donnell, Uma Thurman, Silverstone. I think they all did a great job with what they had. It's not a great movie, but it is punny and it hits the spot for me as a geek. Baby Geniuses, it literally made the actors look uncomfortable on screen. And so that to me is just flat direction. So I'm going to easily say Baby Geniuses is the worst of this one.
And we're not even talking about the fact that Baby Geniuses actually got a sequel. That's even
The sequel's even
like,
worse, but
yeah,
like I'm talking about the whole franchise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we just let this one represent the whole franchise, but yeah.
Yes, Chris. Your bat card. Don't leave home without it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Oh, bad credit card.
Yeah. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I don't hate Batman and Robin. It's not the worst Batman movie in my opinion. And I think if this was a movie about Bruce Wayne, it would be fantastic because I think George Clooney could play Bruce Wayne like day and night. But just look at that poster for Baby Geniuses. I'm supposed to want to watch that movie.
Yeah, right.
No. Baby Geniuses is getting my vote.
Seriously.
When I look at that poster, like looks like the baby's grabbing his nipples or something weird. Like that is an awkward looking poster. Like it's weird. I don't know, but go with that. Baby Geniuses easily. It's a clean sweep. Walking. Well, actually, no, not a clean sweep because of Malcolm. But
not a clean sweep because of Malcolm.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna move on to Birdemic, Shock and Terror going up against Bucky Larson to be a star. Look at that poster right there.
Jordan.
All right. Well, so I have a bit of a confession. So I watched Bucky Larson this week, and I actually liked it. Like
you loved it, didn't you? Of course you loved it.
I'm not gonna. I wouldn't go so far to say that I loved it, but I liked it. Like I would give it at least like a 6 out of 10. Like I thought that it wasn't bad. Like I'm not like I don't have anything like really that bad to really say about the movie. And also too. Christina Ricci in the movie is like one of the like hottest I've ever seen her before. So like I actually appreciated that before, but I've never seen Birdemic, but it just looks like crazy and like just really bad. So I'm gonna vote Birdemic. Malcolm?
Yeah, so I did an episode of Rank about so bad that they're actually good movies. And I'm going to shout out Paul Howell because this is one he brought up, and I've not actually seen Birdemic yet, but Birdemic looks really fun, and it looks like one of those ones that is so bad that you actually do enjoy. Bucky Larson Born to Be Star is just atrocious.
Mhm.
I mean, I watched it yesterday. I wish I could delete it from Amazon Prime forever so no one else could be subjected to it.
All right,
All right. Well,
Kevin.
with that said, we'll move over to Kevin. What do you think?
So I love Nick Swardson. I enjoyed the stop motion part when his dad was walking on water. Birdemic, I actually haven't seen. So I am gonna go. I mean, I would actually rewatch the Bucky Larson movie. So, and I obviously haven't seen Birdemic, so I guess I'll have to say Birdemic is worse.
Yep. All right, Jacob. What do you think?
I mean, Birdemic at least got a sequel, so it can't be that bad, right?
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, it is. It is.
It
The sequel is
it
ironic.
Okay,
It's one of
be.
those ironic
Yeah.
sequels. Yeah.
I mean, if Paul Blart can get a sequel. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm
What do
gonna
you
go
think, Ken?
Bucky Larson. I didn't think there was anything redeeming about that movie. Birdemic is another one that I can show to my friends and we can make fun of it and have a good time. Bucky Larson, I don't want to show it to my friends because I like them.
Because I like them.
I wouldn't even show it to my worst
No.
enemy.
Right? Did you gonna say something, Austin? I forget.
Well, no, I haven't said anything yet. Yeah, I much like The Room and Troll 2, I own Birdemic on Blu-ray because it's amazingly bad. Literally, it has stunningly awful editing, line deliveries. It has people literally starting and stopping their walking like on cue for the scenes. Like you can see it in the scene. It is. The Birdemic doesn't even happen for an hour into the movie with no setup whatsoever. There's no talk of any birds, and then all of a sudden there's a scene cut, and then all of a sudden it's like Birdemic, it's just with no setup whatsoever. It's incredible. Again, much like The Room and Troll 2, you can have fun with it. Bucky Larson stinks. That character stinks. So his characterization with the buck teeth and his voice stinks. It's grating, just like Jack and Jill. Bucky Larson's the worst movie, even though Birdemic's the worst movie.
Well, sounds like we need to have a Birdemic watch party soon. Like,
I was gonna say now I want to watch
I
it.
think it's on tap, right? Because a lot of us haven't seen it, right?
Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah, and it's the worst movie. Again, it's the worst movie, but Bucky Larson's the worst movie. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Birdemic is not good.
Yeah.
So it's Bucky Larson moving on, right? Is
Bucky
that-
Larson 3 to 10 or 3 to 2. Excuse
All
me. Yeah.
yeah, that's 3 to 2. All right, moving on. We got Daddy Day
Oh.
Camp going up against Disaster Movie.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. This is gonna be
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, this one's tough. So we start with Malcolm. Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, Malcolm.
You're up.
Yeah, I mean, I was today. Well, I mean, a couple of days old at this when I saw the list. I had no idea Daddy Day Camp existed before this year.
Sequel.
I mean, I don't know why they did a sequel to Daddy Daycare. I really did not like Daddy Daycare either. But Disaster Movie is not good. That's really at the point where the Friedberg Seltzer movies actually started to take a really deep decline in quality. Because like I enjoyed Date Movie, an Epic Movie, and mildly enjoyed Meet the Spartans, which I'm not sure if it's been or gone yet. But my vote's going to Disaster Movie.
All right, Kevin, what you got here?
I mean, Daddy Day Camp. They changed the actors, obviously, and it's full of poop jokes. But I am really one of those that as opposed to these spoof movies like Disaster Movie. Man, yikes.
Yeah, yikes is the right word here.
Yeah, I mean they went so far in trying to make that funny that it was just not.
Not funny.
I mean, I could probably at least laugh at a poop joke, but the Disaster Movie is just it's just too far. I'm gonna go with Disaster Movie as the worst.
I know I've
All
seen
right.
both of these
Jacob?
movies.
What do you think?
I know I've seen both of these movies. Do I remember anything from either of them? No. Which one would I watch again? If I had to, maybe Daddy Day Camp. So, just because Cuba Gooding Jr. he's a good actor. And so I'll go Disaster Movie.
Is he though? Like, you watch this movie and you go, is he?
I mean,
Everyone makes mistakes.
Snow Dog, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Yeah.
everyone makes bad movies. Look at John Travolta. He's got a you can have a full DVD set of his bad movies.
Yeah,
he's been in here like 3 times.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
He makes Pulp Fiction, and then he makes Gotti.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. What do you think, Austin?
If Daddy Day Camp was up against something else, I literally just watched it like 2 days ago. It is grating. Like, it's just everybody screaming and yelling and overacting, and it's just like it gives you a migraine. But Disaster Movie is what cemented Aaron Seltzer and Jason Freeberg, or whatever the fuck their names are, as the worst filmmakers of all time. Like, these guys do not know how to make a coherent film. They are not parodies. They are references. You cannot make a movie filled with, oh, hey, look, it's Hancock, and Hancock gets like hit by a pole. Like, it is 90 minutes of that. It is the worst. This is one of the worst movies. I dare you to get through this movie if you've never seen it. I dare you. If you can survive, you deserve a prize. Disaster Movie is the worst movie.
I've survived a few times.
Well, I've never seen Daddy Day Camp. Like, it's not like, even like just from the premise alone, even if I knew nothing about it being a universally a bad movie, I still wouldn't watch it. It's just not my style, not something that really appeals to me. But Disaster Movie I have seen, and it's just atrocious. Like, it's just really, really bad. And like, I don't understand. So like, are like Freeberg and Seltzer, are they like funding their own movies, or like who's giving them money to make these movies?
Here's the thing. They haven't made a movie in a couple of years, thank God. The first one they made was that date movie, and then they made like Epic Movie and Disaster Movie, Beat the Spartans. They made Super Fast. It's like Fast and Furious quote unquote parody. It's just because the first couple, date movie and Epic Movie, were made for like $7 million, and they made like $40 or $50 million. So they just cranked them out. But like, this was the movie I think that actually bombed, but they kept getting money. They just kept getting money, and
I mean, on that note, it actually didn't. Because I'm actually looking at the figures now. Like date movie up to Vampires Suck were all $20 million budget, and they all made money. Like, this Disaster Movie is the lowest one on there. It only made 34, but like all the others made about $80 million.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
The one that actually bombed was the Starving
People are going to see that because I think people just want some kind of parody movie to finally be good again, and they're just not. So it's just but I have a surprise for you. They have another movie in production, though. So listen to this title. From their filmography. This is Star Wars Episode XXXIV The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi Who Went Rogue. It's like, what the hell are they doing?
Oh my god!
I mean,
it's like, seriously, that's what.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if that's happening now. That's been in production for a long time.
That's been in production for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been in production.
Hopefully, never sees the light of day. Yeah, because like the title alone sounds good.
Yeesh.
Sounds horrifying. But anyways, my vote goes to disaster movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So,
Yeah.
disaster movie moves on,
hmm
and we'll move down to Pluto Nash versus the Gallows.
The
Oh
Gallows. Oh fuck.
yeah, yeah. Anyways,
Kevin.
yeah, Kevin, you're up.
I don't know that I remember too much about the Gallows. Pluto Nash is not. I mean, it's supposed to be sci-fi comedy. It's more just comedy, but with that being said, I would need to rewatch The Gallows. So I'm gonna say I'd probably watch Pluto Nash again before I'd watch The Gallows, just because I don't remember it. So I'll say the Gallows is the worst.
Yeah, Jacob, what do you think?
Both terrible. Yeah, see, some of these, like, I don't hate them with a passion. I just know that they're not good, so I don't really have much to say on them.
Right.
Eeny,
meeny, miny, mo. Just
go Pluto Nash. I'll vote for Pluto Nash.
Yeah. All right, Austin.
Pluto Nash, because I worked at a movie theater the year it came out, saw it for free, and left after an hour. That's how bad that movie was. I wasn't even paying for it, and I got so bored. Like that, just at the attempts at humor, it's just dull. Like The Gallows was whatever. It's just another like found footage horror movie, with a stupid ending. Like it had a better trailer, so I'll give it to Pluto Nash.
Well, so I worked at a movie theater when The Gallows came out, and like that, we'll have a similar story, but in the opposite way. I went to go see The Gallows for free, and I walked out about the same time, about an hour into it, and like The Gallows is probably the worst horror movie that I've ever seen. It's just pointless. It goes absolutely nowhere. Nothing's happening. It's just these like teenagers wandering around this like high school at night for whatever reason, and then you just see some random people hanging, and then like that's it, and like you don't know why, you don't know what's going on. It's like the most atrocious acting that like super wooden, just like terrible acting. So I gotta give it to The Gallows.
Okay.
So Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Yeah, it's Pluto. I'm going Pluto Nash. I've actually not seen The Gallows. I actually had to look it up when I saw the list just to find out what it was. So I thought I thought it was a shark movie, but
That would be The Shallow.
The Shallows, not The Gallows.
Yeah, The Shallow.
Yeah, they actually made a sequel to The Gallows, like another straight to video. It's called
Really?
Act 2 or something, and yeah, it's
Oh,
even
man.
worse, if you could believe it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, with that, Pluto Nash moves on, but
Mhm.
I do kind of feel like if more people would have seen the Gallows, maybe it would have beat out Pluto Nash, but I don't think many people have seen that, which makes sense to me. It's not very appealing. But anyways, we got the Master of Disguise going up against the Garbage Pail.
Garbage Pail Kids. Oof.
So, all right, the slog continues. So I think Jacob, you're up first.
Yeah, the Master of Disguise at least gave some quotable lines that I still say today. Maybe not for good reason, but I remember them.
The Master of Disguise. When he does that.
You know, I still want to go to the Turtle Club.
Yeah.
So, I'll go Garbage Pail Kids.
All right, Austin.
I have a quick story about Garbage Pail Kids movies. I was with my wrestling buddies on a road trip, and one of my buddies was like, "Oh, the Garbage Pail Kids is that jump off, son. It's great." And he put it on my portable DVD player, and all of them fell asleep on the way back, but still had the movie on full blast on the DVD player. And I was driving, so I couldn't reach it and turn it off, and I had to listen to this piece of shit for 90 minutes. Like I couldn't even watch it, and I had to listen to this fucking movie for 90 minutes, and it is terrible. Like terrible songs. Some of the worst dialogue, like just gross out humor that I could hear, and then I finally actually saw the movie, and it made me nauseous even more. So yeah, the Garbage Pail Kids by a mile on this one. The movie stinks.
Yeah. well, like both of them are like movies that like I don't think are terrible, but I don't think they're good though. So I mean, probably I would watch the Master of Disguise just a little more because I'm a Dana Carvey fan, and like some of the like jokes with. Like when he like literally pops out of like a tiny little cherry pie, but he's literally covered in cherries. Like it's one of those disappearing like hat tricks where you just where things just keep coming out of it. So that kind of made me chuckle a little, I guess. But so by that little bit, it's not much. I'm gonna vote for the Garbage Pail Kids. So.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm.
Just looking at Dana Carvey's filmography, he's not done anything good since Wayne's World 2. At least out of the movies that I've seen that he's been in, he really hasn't been in a lot. But the Masters of Disguise is too curtly for the worst movie club, so Garbage Pail Kids moves on.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kevin, what do you think?
Yeah, so I actually don't mind Master of Disguise. It's another one of my guilty pleasures. I don't mind the jokes there. I mean, it's not my favorite by any means, but the Garbage Pail Kids is something that I grew up with, like the stickers and stuff. This was kind of an abomination on those. They tried to turn it into something that they basically, just put a lot of money into the makeup and didn't put a lot of money into the direction or the which way it was going to go. And they put some jokes that just said, "Oh yeah, so and so peed their pants." And then they tried to include like a romantic subplot. There was this weird song and dance. It was just a really weird 80s movie. So I'm gonna have to say Garbage Pail Kids moves on.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Cole Sprouse played the young Pistachio Disguisey in the movie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. Zach and Cody, but
yeah, Master of Disguise, by the way, is like a 60-minute movie that barely makes it to like 70 minutes to even be considered a theatrical film because it has like 10 minutes of credits. Nonsense.
Right. But so I have a question. Which came first, the Garbage Pail Kids movie or the trading cards? Like I feel like maybe the cards were around before.
The cards were first because it was an adaptation of all the stuff. Yeah.
Which is like weird. It's weird that they just make a movie based on trading cards, but I guess they make.
Oh, you mean like Pokemon?
Other things. Yeah, like Pokemon, all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think the games came before the cards for Pokemon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like all that stuff. But next up we got Rollerball going against the Lady in the Water. Almost did this round.
All right.
So I think you're
me first. Rollerball is worse. I'll keep it short. Lady in the Water is goofy Shyamalan, but Rollerball is fucking way worse.
Yeah, I think that if Rollerball would have gone up against the other way around Lady in the Water. If Lady in the Water would have gone up against a lot of other movies, I probably would have picked Lady in the Water because I don't like that. And like Bryce Dallas Howard in that role is a really weird choice for me. But I'm gonna go with Rollerball. So, Malcolm.
Yeah, I liked Lady in the Water. I haven't actually seen Rollerball, but I'm going to say Rollerball anyway because I don't think Lady in the Water was that bad.
Yeah. Well, Kevin, what do you think?
Yeah, as far as Shyamalan movies, Lady in the Water was definitely not that bad. Rollerball could have been much better. So I will say Rollerball moves on.
Yeah. Well, with that, I know you got to go, Kevin. So let you head out. But thanks for coming on the show. And do you have anything you want to promote, or where can we find you?
Yeah, man, I really appreciate you having me. Sorry to dip out early, but it's a little late on my side of the world. But
It's okay.
you can catch me on TMG Trivia. I am the commissioner of TM Geek. So we are about to have our Geek for All, which is our free for all, and that's our first one ever. So catch us if you can. Got 32 competitors, including Malcolm, and Jacob's going to be helping me behind the scenes. So I'm excited about that. And then also we're going to have a 16-person tournament right after that to crown a #1 contender for the championship. So got a lot of stuff going on over there on TMG Trivia. So check us out when you can. I appreciate you having me on, Jordan.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll let you know how it shakes out for sure.
All right,
So,
cool. Y'all have a good night. Thanks, fellas.
Hey,
All
you
right.
too.
Mhm.
Later. So now we'll go back to the game with the tiebreaker rule. So we'll just start with Malcolm with the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't finish voting? So
It was Jacob, I think.
Jacob, yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob vote? Yeah.
I would like to vote because rollerball is just dumb.
Yeah,
Rollerball gets my vote.
is bad.
It's sweet for rollerball.
With that, rollerball moves on, and then coming up next we got Meet the Spartans versus Jonah Hex. Man. So
Jordan.
was it me first? So like out of all the parody movies, I think Meet the Spartans is the absolute worst one for me. It's the one that I cannot stand. And for whatever reason my wife owns it, so she brought the movie into the relationship, and I threatened to like throw the DVD away several times, but she says no, like you can't throw it away. But yeah, and like Jonah Hex, I mean, it was bad, but I didn't think it was like atrocious or anything. But I would say that Meet the Spartans was, so I'll vote Meet the Spartans. Malcolm?
Yeah, I mean, Meet the Spartans isn't the absolute worst of the food based house movies. Disaster movies is the absolute worst. Jonah Hex was just boring, but I'm still going to say Meet the Spartans should move on.
All right, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Jonah Hex at least has actors and actresses that I enjoy watching. Meet the Spartans doesn't have any of that. This movie is just, again, dumb.
It's bad. Yeah,
It's dumb. Meet the Spartans gets my vote.
there's some love for Jonah Hex in the chat. That's Steven Shepard chiming in there.
Yeah.
So, but Rawson, what do you think?
Yeah, I made the mistake of seeing Meet the Spartans in the theater because that was before I understood the Friedberg Seltzer thing, like looking for them in the credits. And like, at least Jonah Hex, like Josh Brolin's trying, and the character itself is kind of cool. It's just a bad adaptation. But yeah, like I fucking hate those assholes, Friedberg Seltzer. So I have a vendetta against them. I will continue to vote for them unless they just come up against something I hate even more. So yeah.
Well, the scene that always gets me in Meet the Spartans when they do like the "This is Sparta" thing, and like he does like whole like drop kick, but it's like but it's Britney Spears with a shaved head holding her baby back in like the crazy time, and then literally she gets drop kicked into the giant pit. That just I'm like no, like I'm out. That's stupid. Like, and the way that it was done was just terrible. Like it was it was bad. But,
I mean,
so yeah,
it's always interesting looking at the people that they got for their parody moves. Like you had Alison Hannigan one, and this one you've got like Kevin Sorbo from Hercules, as well as Diedrich Bader, who was in the Drew Carey shows. Like, well, they're not like the top of the A-list level, they're still really good. And I actually enjoy them in Meet Spartans.
Yeah,
there's a reason that There's a reason that Kevin Sorbo only does Pure Flix Christian movies now, though. It's because he stinks.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, that's
so
is that it? Is that it? All right.
We're in round
All right,
two.
so here's the deal. Once again, like as usual with tournament fights, we're at 2 hours and 22 minutes. It's time to hit the gas and go warp speed. Now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, it's time to vote and just vote
Yep.
pretty much within
Speed.
10
Yep,
seconds or
speed.
so. We got to go for speed now that we're into the inner rounds and we've kind of said our piece with most of these movies. So let's do it.
Yeah. So the first one up, we're gonna have epic movie, and let me zoom it out here just a little bit.
Zoom out just a little bit more. Geely.
All right. So
All right.
I believe
Malcolm.
it's Malcolm.
And I know Malcolm wasn't here for this side, so he may have a little bit to say here and there. That's fine.
What was the epic movie up against?
It went up against
Aragon.
yeah,
How did
Aragon.
Aragon is terrible. Epic movies at least
It is.
fun. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Because of that, Jelly moves on. It should have been Aragon up against Jelly, but
Yep. Well, Julie went up against the Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas. So at least that was the redeemable one.
I mean, Viva Rock Vegas is fun.
Yeah. Anyways,
I
Jacob.
don't get you, Malcolm. I like you, but I don't get you. I just don't understand.
I didn't say it was good. I said it was fun.
Yeah,
I'm gonna vote for Geely.
it'd be fun to laugh at. Oh yeah, but all right, Austin.
This time I'll vote for Geely only because I hate Meet the Spartans and Disaster Movie more, so I'll save my my vitriol for those movies. So I'll vote for Geely.
It's turkey time.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I got to go for Geely. Yeah, I think at least epic movies. Like it's not saying much, but slightly better than the other ones. So yeah. But yeah, with
If it was
All right.
Aragon versus
Moving on.
Jelly, it would have been a harder decision for me.
yeah. Well, you never know. But yeah, next up we got Glitter going up against The Last Airbender. So now we'll start with Jacob.
Oof.
Last Airbender. Always the Last Airbender.
Always, yep. Austin?
Yeah, this one might have to be The Last Airbender. It's the bigger crime against movies. I'll say that because Glitter's like, it's bad, but it's whatever. Like Last Airbender is a bigger disaster.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to go with The Last Airbender because at least with Glitter I can stare at Mariah Carey for 2 hours, and it's about like a struggling like a person in the music business, I guess. So, yeah, Last Airbender. Malcolm?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was just lost in the poster for Glitter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's very hypnotizing.
Yeah,
It's very glittery. I'll give it
But
that.
yeah, I mean,
Literally. Same.
I got tickets to the theater for Glitter for free, and I mean it was enjoyable. I watched Last Airbender for the first time this week, and that is just terrible. I mean, I barely watched it. I spent most of it walking around the house making tea while I was just playing, just because I didn't want to leave a half-played movie on Amazon Prime. So I was like,
Hey.
fuck it.
Watching
correct.
tea boil is more entertaining. I'll say that. Like I'd rather just stand there and watch tea boil. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, it's one of those ones like I only got into the actual animated series like last year, and I've seen this. I'm glad I didn't watch it before going in there because I probably would never watch animated series. So,
Mhm.
I thought you were gonna say it. And I got some tickets for free to see a Glitter, and then I just threw them in the trash. I didn't go
Yeah.
see them, right? Right. But anyways, Jacob.
Last Airbender. Or yeah, no,
I
it's all
started.
Last Airbender. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. You
it's a
started.
sweep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's a sweep. Last Airbender.
Mhm.
All right. So we got Ed
Ugh.
made it this far, going up against 10-4 sticks. So
All
Oh.
right, it's me first. Oh,
Yeah,
Ed's worse because Ed is bad from start to finish. Fantastic Four at least has a halfway decent first act. That's literally the
Yep.
only reason. Ed is bad for the full 90 minutes. Ed.
Yep, and I just second what you said, Austin. Ed is my
Mhm.
vote. Malcolm?
Ed is a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually enjoy watching this. But then again, I'm a sucker for animals playing sports. Fantastic is just terrible.
There's only
from start
2
to finish.
scenes of that. That's my point. Go back and watch the movie. There's 5 minutes of that in the whole movie.
Just 5 minutes.
It's not him playing baseball.
It doesn't matter. I still enjoy it more than whatever the hell Fantastic tried to be.
All right.
Jacob.
All right, Jacob.
Fantastic.
Do we have a
So we got a tiebreaker. Yeah, we have a tie,
man.
and Malcolm's going to put through.
I'm not changing it. Fantastic moves on.
Fuck.
Oh,
Ed, you're
man.
wrong. Ed is the worst
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Like I
Ed is the
respect
worst
your
movie.
vote. Like your vote counts, but like Ed is the fucking worst movie. It's the worst movie. I'm telling
Yes.
you.
is
You're
the
making a
worst movie.
mistake.
And also, like as we get into some of these rounds in the movies get worse and worse, it just makes me laugh harder and harder. Just like shitting all over these movies, how bad they are. Just makes me.
Well,
laugh.
I'm trying to picture like each
I
one of
can
these
laugh at
brackets
horrible movies.
inner. Like you set both the movies in front of me. Like which one's literally worse? Like which one I would
Yeah.
watch if I had to watch one with like a gun to my
Yep.
head. Like which one I'm gonna
You got
watch.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's how I'm
well,
voting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Superman 4.
I'm gonna say that one of you is gonna die because if you each have a gun to your head and you're picking an opposite one anyway.
I might just commit suicide rather
right.
than trying to watch either one of them.
But we got Superman 4 going up against Cats.
Cats. Oh.
Yeah. All right. So.
Jordan.
Yeah. I gotta go Cats. Like the Cats is just atrocious from start to finish. It makes no sense. There's one redeeming thing. It's a song from Jennifer Hudson at the very end that actually is a good song that I will admit that I do kind of like it. But other than that, it's bad. So Cats.
We'll come back to Malcolm. He stepped aside for a second. So Jacob, we'll just go to Jacob real quick.
Yeah.
Superman 4, like from start to finish, is just terrible.
All right, Austin.
I'll vote for Cats because it's a bad musical, and I'd rather watch a shitty Superman movie than watch a shitty musical.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's Cats for me.
Well, if Malcolm isn't back, I think we got. Oh,
well, he's coming back. Okay,
here he comes. Okay. All right,
Malcolm. We got everybody else's votes, so this is Cats versus Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, like the recent Cats.
I mean, is there any other Cats?
Yeah, there is.
Nope.
Well, there is. There was that one they made of like the Broadway adaptation that was kind of a movie, but yeah. The CGI Cats.
But yeah, I mean, Cats is something I could think could become like fun viewing to make fun of, the vein of something else was talked about. So I'm going to go Superman 4.
Oh, we have a tie.
Oh wait,
no, we have a tie.
Yeah.
Jacob, we go to Jacob for the tiebreaker.
Let me put it back. Sorry, it just went away automatically. We'll do that.
I'm sticking with Superman 4.
All right.
I figured, yeah.
All right.
Sticking with it.
Superman 4. All right, then coming up next, we got Son of the Mask going up against Who's Your Caddy. All right,
Malcolm.
So, Malcolm, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Who's Your Caddy, but like once again, it's a Jim Carrey sequel without Jim Carrey. Son of the Mask.
Yeah. Jacob.
Whatever Son of the Mask is going up against, it doesn't matter. I'm voting Son of the Mask every single time. Son of the Mask.
Son of the Mask. All right, Austin.
Yeah, unless it comes up against like disaster movie or something like that, I'm voting for Son of the Mask pretty heartily most of the time. So yeah, I'm going with Son of the Mask. That's boring. Like Who's Your Caddy? Again, I said my piece about it. It's just boring and bad. Like Son of the Mask is fucking awful.
Yeah. So like, Who's Your Caddy was a comedy that it was supposed to be funny, but it was just meh. But Son of the Mask was a comedy that was supposed to be funny, and it was atrocious. So yeah, I got to go with Son of the Mask. So
all right, Son of the Mask.
All right. So next up we got The Love Guru going up against From Justin
to Kelly.
Oh man, it makes me laugh. I don't know why. So such horrible movies.
All right,
Jacob,
Jacob.
I think you're up first. Yeah.
I'm gonna vote for the movie that has the worst Justin in it, and that is from Justin to Kelly.
Yep, true. Definitely a worse Justin with Justin Guarini or whatever. Austin.
Yeah. Again, it's a battle of like bad musicals. I'd rather watch Mike Myers trying to make a comedy than watch a bad musical. So I'm gonna vote from Justin to Kelly.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't know. Like this one's kind of tough because I literally walked out of the Love Guru in the theater, but I think I got to go with from Justin to Kelly because although I've never seen it, it just sounds like a movie I would never watch. Like you couldn't pay me money to watch it, so yeah, I voted from Justin to Kelly. But Malcolm, which one you got here between the Love Guru and from Justin to Kelly?
And you're muted, so you gotta unmute yourself.
Oh, you're muted. Yeah.
There you go.
I knew that. But anyway, I mean, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Love Guru. While I don't think it's a bad movie, all the same, I do enjoy watching it. It's actually one that I do own. So I'm going to go Justin for the same reasons as before. I'm going to go Justin to Kelly. I don't like Kelly Clarkson.
Yep. All right. So.
All right. Sweet for Justin Kelly. Yep.
Sweet. All right. So we got
Crossroads
up next, going up against Gotti.
Gotti. I'm up first.
Gotti.
Yeah. As far as worst movie, like worst made, I'll go with Gotti because Crossroads is just boring girls like walking around doing nothing. But like Gotti is worse.
Yeah. I feel like Gotti was like so bad that they kind of hid it from everyone. Like when it was released, I didn't even know that John Travolta even had this movie coming out. I feel like the studio tried to hide it from the public almost. So I got to go with Gotti. Malcolm.
Gotti is just for Gotti. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I enjoy Crossroads, so Gotti.
Well, Jacob, what do you got?
Oh, definitely Gotti.
Yep. Gotti. So Gotti's moving on. All right. So next up we got House of the Dead going up against the Emoji.
The Emoji movie. Oh.
Just remember the Emoji movie has Sir Patrick Stewart as the poop emoji. Come on now.
All right, Jordan.
But even saying that though, I'm still gonna vote for the Emoji movie because at least House of the Dead has things like well, it has things blowing up. It has things like being killed. At least it has that, and I can sit there and turn my brain off with that one. But I can't, like, even if I turn my brain off for Emoji movie, it still doesn't work. So I go with Emoji. Malcolm?
But yeah, I'm kind of Steven here. How is there only one Uva Bowl movie?
Yeah, right. There's only one.
Because they're all bad. It's like which one do you pick for the list? They're all bad.
The Emoji movie had promise. It could have been something great like what the Lego movie was. I mean, I haven't seen House of the Dead, but it's a Uva Bowl movie. It's got to be worse, surely.
Yep.
So which one are you voting for? I wasn't clear.
I'm going House of the Dead.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Jacob?
I'm going to go the Emoji movie because Rachel Ray.
Yep. Right. Austin?
I'll vote for Emoji on this one just because that one is more grating. Like Uva Bowl, House of the Dead's probably worse, but I'll probably watch it more than I'd watch the Emoji movie. So I'll go with the Emoji movie.
Well, 3-1 Emoji movie.
3-1. Yep.
So, yep. All right, so that's the end of that side. So we're
all right. Let's plow through this other side. We're getting there. Yep.
We'll plow through it. Let's see. So. All right, so
what's the longest episode tournament fights you've done?
Stand-up comedian ones. We did like 3.5 hours on stand-up because Adam Witt just went on a diatribe every time he talked about a comedian for like 5 minutes. Yeah, it took forever.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
But we had fun with it, so yeah.
But, well, that's why we talk a lot in the first round, and then when we get to these end rounds, we kind of already said our piece about them, and then we just plow right through them. Yeah. So
What we
Malcolm's
got?
up first for Dragon Ball Evolution versus Going Overboard.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said earlier, I haven't seen Dragon Ball Evolution, but Going Overboard is just terrible. Going Overboard.
Yeah. Jacob?
I have seen Dragon Ball Evolution, and it is.
Was it terrible?
There's like nothing. I can't think of a word bad enough to describe that movie. Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah. Austin?
Going Overboard is still like one of the most unwatchable movies I've ever tried to watch. So Going Overboard by a mile for me.
Yeah, I got to go with Going Overboard. Like even the cover, he's like, why would you watch this movie? What is this movie? I don't even know. Like, why am I in this movie? When you're trying to say like a bunch of different things.
How did I have a
and
career after this movie? I somehow made it.
Right? Yeah, serious. So yeah, I got to go with Going Overboard.
All right.
So
3-1 for Going Overboard.
Moves on, and we're into Norbit versus the Ridiculous Six.
Ridiculous Six.
So we're gonna start with Jacob.
I'm gonna go the Ridiculous Six, just because of how much I pushed for it to be on the list to begin with.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
It does have a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I will say, I was surprised by that, but it does. Austin?
I don't know. Can I pass on this one, dude? I don't want to watch either one of these movies.
Let's just advance them both.
Yeah.
Split decision.
As much as I hated Ridiculous Six and didn't finish it, Norbit's worse. Norbit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Norbit because, like I said, before minus Taylor Lautner and the Diarrhea Donkey, I actually like the movie minus those two things. So I gotta go with Norbit. Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm going Norbit. Norbit is terrible. In my opinion, it was one of the movies that killed Eddie Murphy's career until we got the recent resurgence with Dolomite as my name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like you really want to see an overweight, a female Eddie Murphy having sex with a younger version of himself? No, you do not want to see that.
No, I don't want to see that either. No.
No. But we have Dumb and Dumberer When Harry Met Lloyd versus It's Pat the movie. It's getting worse and worse.
All right, it's me first.
Yeah, you're up first.
Oh, they're both fucking terrible. There's at least one funny scene in Dumb and Dumberer, which will put it over It's Pat, and that's the Bob Saget scene. So I will say It's Pat is worse. It's Pat literally has zero funny scenes at all. So It's Pat. It's my vote.
Yeah, It's Pat, is a movie. When I think of which movie on this list has zero redeeming qualities whatsoever, no redeeming qualities, it's Pat the movie. So because Dumb and Dumber has the Bob Saget scene, and there's a couple of jokes about riding the short bus to school and
well, and at least the impressions are fairly good. They at least look like the characters. I'll give them that. They were trying. It's Pat isn't even trying.
Yeah, and they trick themselves into giving themselves on brain freezes from the slushies. I mean, it's not that funny, but it's better than It's Pat. So I'll just say that. So. But Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, I haven't seen It's Pat, but I at least appreciate what Dumb and Dumber were trying to do, so I'm going to go with It's Pat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jacob?
It's Pat.
Yep. It's Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Walking right.
Am I the only one on the panel that's actually seen that movie? By the way, that's actually watched It's Pat all the way through.
Probably.
Yes, I respect your opinion so much that if you say it's that bad,
it's that bad. And you know what's funny? You know how it's not funny, but the whole joke is is Pat a male or a female, right? And you think when they made the movie they would answer the question, they still don't answer the question. It ends it on a cliffhanger. So it's a completely pointless, even added to the pointless 90 minutes. They still don't answer the question.
Yeah.
It's even a bigger FU.
Yep. So what's coming up next? We got Jack and Jill going up against Battlefield Earth. Ooh. All right. So I'm up first. Well, I thought that Battlefield Earth actually had some redeeming qualities, like the guys kind of look like Klingons a little bit, so like I just kind of tried to just like pretend they're all Klingons and like it has some like sci-fi elements that are okay. I guess, but I have to kind of laugh even saying that because like I don't know if I even believe myself saying that, but I gotta find some reason to put it over Jack and Jill because I can't stand that movie. So I'm gonna vote for Jack and Jill. So Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all of Jack and Jill, and Jack and Jill's got Al Pacino. Battlefield Earth is John Travolta. Battlefield Earth is the worst.
Yeah. Jacob?
Yeah, we'll go with I'm not selling for time at all. Jack and Jill.
All right.
I'll say Battlefield Earth is worse because again I get physically nauseated. At least Jack and Jill is shot upright at a 90-degree angle. So
Yep.
Battlefield Earth is worse.
So do we have a
But
tie
I
then?
think with that we have a tie, and I think it goes to me this time because Jacob is the last one. Battlefield Earth is worse. Right. Because again it makes me physically ill to watch it, to try to watch it. So Battlefield Earth.
Sure. So next up we got Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull going up against Baby Geniuses. Ooh.
All right, Malcolm.
Malcolm, yeah.
I mean, I actually like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, so Baby Geniuses.
All right. Jacob?
I was told Kingdom of the Crystal Skull doesn't exist, so Baby Geniuses.
Yep. Awesome.
Regardless of whether it existed or not, Baby Geniuses is worse. Baby Geniuses.
Well, I wish Baby Geniuses did not exist, but
yeah, I wish.
Yeah, but I'm gonna vote Baby Geniuses. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So with that, Baby Geniuses moves on. All right. So next up, we got Bucky Larson going up against Disaster Movie. All right. Makes me laugh because I think I know who's gonna win it here, but we'll see. but Jacob, you're up.
This is gonna get more and more painful.
Yeah,
we're all just exhausted.
As we go. Yeah.
It's like asking me which of my children do I not like. Oh wait, no, that's not how it goes.
Yeah, right.
Do you not love? Yeah.
I'll go Disaster Movie.
All right, Austin.
Bucky Larson's not good, but like fucking Disaster Movie is the fucking worst. Disaster Movie.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Disaster Movie because at least with Bucky Larson, if Christina Ricci, she's cute, and you get to see boobs in it. So I'll just say that. So
sure.
I'm gonna go with Disaster Movie. Malcolm.
I want to erase Bucky Larson from existence. Bucky Larson is the worst. Not that it matters at this point anyway. So I'd happily watch Disaster Movie more times over Bucky Larson.
Yeah. Well, even with that, we're gonna move on
3-1.
Disaster Movie to the next round. So, but coming up next, we got the Adventures of Pluto Nash going up against the Garbage
Pail Kids. Ugh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm up first. Garbage Pail Kids is worse because that movie, even just listening to it, made me sick to my stomach and nauseated. Garbage Pail Kids.
Well, these are two movies that I actually haven't seen either one, so like I'm just gonna vote for Pluto Nash just because the Garbage Pail Kids. I do like the trading cards, and I do like the look of like some of the Garbage Pail Kids. So at least they got the.
Oh, try looking at them for 90 minutes and annoying the shit out of you.
Yeah, well, it's probably like what they do and say that gets annoying. I don't know if it's the way they look, maybe.
Oh, look, he pissed his pants again for the 8th time. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, right. But yeah, I vote for the Garbage Pail Kids. So, Malcolm, you're up.
Oh, you said you voted for Pluto Nash. Oh. I'm sorry. Did you change your vote?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna confuse over which one's better, not which one's worse. I think Garbage
Pail
Kids is the better of the two, so I'll vote Pluto Nash.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Malcolm.
Pluto Nash is bad, and all the clips I've seen of Garbage Pail Kids made me not want to watch it, so I'm going to go Garbage Pail Kids.
All right, Jacob.
Garbage Pail Kids is moving on.
Mhm.
Garbage Pail Kids moving
Yeah.
on. All right.
Yeah.
So next up, we got Rollerball going up against Meet the Spartans.
The Spartans. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan.
I gotta go with Meet the Spartans. Like I think that's the worst parody movie I've like almost ever seen. And almost because I didn't like start watching that 41-year-old virgin, and then we realized that it was a direct to DVD movie. So yeah, I gotta go Meet the Spartans. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of curious about Rollerball. I kind of do want to watch it, so I'm going to Meet the Spartans.
Yeah, Jacob.
Yeah, I'll go Meet the Spartans with this one as well.
Austin.
Meet the Spartans. 100%.
Yep. Meet the Spartans is a clean sweep this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be the end of that round.
All right. So this is the Elite Eight, isn't it, Jordan?
Almost
This is the
done.
Elite Eight?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not totally sure. Let me look.
Yes.
Yes, this is the Elite Eight. Mm-hmm.
The 8 worst
sure?
movies of all time.
No,
Yeah.
this isn't the Elite Eight. It's only the 16, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah, this is
true.
Sweet
Oh
16,
no!
so-
Damn it! We gotta talk about these movies
Right in
more.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Sorry.
Can we just crown
Yeah,
Son of the
spend some more-
Mask the winner and stop?
You gotta spend some more time with these movies. It ain't over till it's over. So we're gonna go with Geely versus The Last Airbender, and I think was it Jacob?
Malcolm's up, but he disappeared again.
Oh.
So let's go. We'll go to Jacob first.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll throw
Last Airbender.
2008. Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
Yep.
F that movie.
Mhm.
Austin.
Last Airbender.
Yep, and I'm gonna go with The Last Airbender, and because we all voted Last Airbender, Malcolm's vote wouldn't have mattered anyway.
It doesn't matter anyway, so just move on. Yeah.
Yep, we'll just move on until he comes back. He's missing out.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we got the Fan 4 sticks. It's still in there.
Oh, two
Versus-
superhero movies. Superman 4.
Superman 4: The
Ooh.
Quest for Peace. So we'll start with you, Austin.
Jacob.
I guess we'll skip.
No, Jacob. Well, I mean, technically we should have started with Malcolm, so I'll just keep going in the order I have written here. So Jacob go
Okay,
first.
sure. Yeah.
Oh. Fantastic Four has a better beginning. Superman 4 gets my vote.
Austin.
I can have more fun watching Superman 4, so I'll say Fan 4 stick is worse.
Yeah. Well, just because the first half of Fan 4 stick was actually good, then I'm gonna go with Superman 4. So with that, until Malcolm returns, it's just the three of us for a minute. So we'll
Well,
advance that
it's 2-1, so that will depend on his vote actually. So
one. 2-1 though, so that means that Superman 4 advances, right?
Oh, he's back.
no, it's 2-1. He's back. It's 2-1 still. So
Yeah,
his vote
right.
could put it at a tie. Yeah. So
Two is higher than 1 if he's not here. but
Well,
anyways,
yeah.
we'll see.
It's 2-1 for right now. Malcolm
Yeah.
for Superman 4 versus Fan 4 stick. So which one's worse?
I mean, I haven't seen Superman 4 myself, but I have heard a few people say it's got some redeeming qualities, so I'm going to go Fan 4 stick.
You just
Well,
waited
it
for
happens to
Malcolm
be.
because you knew how he was gonna vote, Austin. I knew it.
I didn't know he was going to vote, but it's a tie, and he
No,
gets the tiebreaker vote, so I had to wait
Right,
for
right.
him. So,
Yeah.
so you going to stick with it,
That's all
Malcolm,
good.
or are you going to change your vote?
I'm
You can,
thinking of
you can
Fan 4
flip it now.
stick.
Okay, Fan
Alright.
4 stick.
Fantastic Four.
All
All right.
right.
So next up, we have Son of the Mask going up against From Justin to Kelly. Ouch.
Oof.
So
Me
now it's you,
first.
Austin, right? Yeah.
Son of the Mask is worse.
Oh yeah, I would agree. I'll say Son of the Mask. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to watch Justin to Kelly, but
Yeah.
but
want
Son
to.
of the Mask just makes me sad being a sequel to The Mask, so Son of the Mask.
Mhm.
Yeah. Jacob.
Son of a
He's still
Mask,
voting for Son of a
7
Mask.
days a
Yeah.
week.
Right.
Yeah.
I already knew what
Yeah.
your vote was going to be, but I had
Yeah.
to ask. So, oops, no, that's not what I want. Hello, and disappear. There you go. Yeah. So next up, we have Gotti going up against the Emoji Movie, and this one might be one of the toughest.
Jordan.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because I hate both of these movies, but I think that I hate the Emoji Movie slightly more, so I'm going to go Emoji Movie. Malcolm.
I mean, I've not seen Gotti, but when I saw the Imagine movie, I saw where they wanted it to go. But so I'm going to go Gotti.
Jacob.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Gotti as well.
All right. Austin.
I'd rather watch Gotti than Emoji, so I'll vote Emoji. But
Emoji.
with that, we have a tie,
tie.
and Jacob gets the tiebreaker. So what are you going to go with?
You can
See,
switch
it was
it
a. I will emoji movie. The fact that it was even made, I'm gonna switch it up. Emoji movie.
Hey, that's
yeah,
fair.
why was this movie even made? Like, who was it made for?
Yeah.
Kids, obviously, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, Emoji movie 7% on Rotten Tomatoes, Gotti 0, so.
true. Yeah, that is true. Gotti got a 0. But yeah. Next will be Going Overboard against Norbit.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck
Who's
me.
up first?
Malcolm's up first.
Malcolm. Okay, what do you got?
This is actually a really tough
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Because I hate both of these. But I'm going to go Norbit. Norbit is just atrocious.
Yeah.
And I mean, and Norbit killed Eddie Murphy's career. Going Overboard didn't really stop Adam Sandler's movies. So
Yeah. Jacob?
I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, okay. I'll go
Excuse
Norbit
yourself.
as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Norbit.
All right, Austin.
Going Overboard is still the most unwatchable movie. I mean, Norbit is too, but Going Overboard's worse. Going Overboard.
Well, for me, when I think about these movies, like Going Overboard, just kind of boring to me. It's not like anything that I cringe at. Really, like I'm just like, this is just really boring, and it put me to sleep. But like Norbit, I actually cringe. Like I can't stand even the Nutty Professor. I don't like him doing all these different characters. I think it's just completely stupid. It's not funny. It's like borderline offensive. It's just I gotta vote Norbit.
All right, 3-1 for Norbit then.
Yep, 3-1. Moving on. We have It's Pat up next versus Battlefield Earth. Ooh.
Fuck me.
Maybe if they film It's Pat at like an angle, that'd be the worst movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
but I think it's you, Austin, right?
No, it's Jacob this time. Yeah, Jacob is the first one.
Okay.
You have the pleasure.
Oh, the pleasure. Yes.
Yeah.
The pleasure of determining which gender Pat is.
I'm gonna go with Battlefield Earth this time.
All right, Austin.
I'll say Battlefield Earth is worse because at least It's Pat is like 80 minutes. It'd be a shorter experience. So Battlefield Earth is worse. Yeah.
Yeah, how long actually was Battlefield Earth? Because when I watched it this week,
it's 2 hours, but it feels like 4 hours.
Yeah, like it feels long. Yeah, just like man.
And It's Pat is literally. I'm looking up It's Pat right now. It's an hour and 17 minutes, so it's 77 minutes. So I'm out faster on that one by like 45 minutes. So yeah.
But even so, like I just don't even understand what It's Pat is. Not only from like the gender stuff, but like what kind of like comedy is this supposed to be? Like, is it even supposed to be comedy? And apparently it is, but I don't understand it. So I gotta go with It's Pat.
Okay. Malcolm.
I mean, if this was a decision of picking the best movie out of the two worst movies, I still would not know which way to go.
Yeah, right.
Both these movies, I mean, from what I've heard, it's Pet is terrible. I know Battlefield Earth is terrible, but I'm going to go It's Pet because from what I've heard, just makes me not want to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a tie, and it goes to me. Yeah, and
Right,
again,
there you go.
if you put them in front of me, I'm watching It's Pat only because it's 77 minutes, and I'm not going to sit
All
through
right.
a 2-hour movie that feels like 4 hours. So I'll keep Battlefield Earth going through.
All right. Battlefield Earth moves on. And then we have Baby Geniuses up next against Disaster
Oh,
Movie.
fuck.
This is, yeah.
Oh,
this one's
God.
So
It's to me first. Oh, fuck.
you first, okay.
Like, I despise Baby Geniuses, and I despise. These are my two most hated movies on this list. Fuck. And they're both like the same length, so I can't even use that argument. Fuck. Disaster movie. I hate to say it, but disaster movie.
I gotta go with Baby Geniuses. Like at least, like I don't know, you can. At least there's like so many different things to pick and choose from. So many jokes in Disaster Movie, where it's like Baby Geniuses. There's like I don't know if there's even any jokes in it. It's just dumb. So yeah, I'll go Baby Geniuses. Malcolm.
I will say there is jokes in Baby Geniuses. I'm still struggling to find the jokes in Disaster Movie, so Disaster Movie.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, let's put Disaster Movie through.
All right.
All right.
Disaster
Baby
movie.
Geniuses is.
Well, Baby Geniuses is fucking
Which is its
horrible.
end. Yeah.
Also,
yeah, it is horrible.
let's not forget Disaster Movie had Kim Kardashian trying to act.
Yeah. Right. True. So up next we got Garbage Pail Kids going up against Meet the Spartans.
Meet the Spartans. Ugh.
So
Jordan.
is it me first?
Mm-hmm.
This one's a little easier for me. I had to go with Meet the Spartans. I can't stand that movie stuff. That's me. Malcolm.
Okay.
Knowing what it's going up against is going to make things interesting. But I'm going to go meet the Spartans.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be
I
an
will
interesting
also go
matchup.
Meet the Spartans.
All right. Austin.
You know what? Let's have a Freeburg Seltzer throwdown. Meet the Spartans.
Yep. Freeburg Seltzer. Yes.
Mhm.
Let's do it. The time has come.
Mhm.
So yep, that's the end of that round. So now we're at
All
the
right. So
MVP.
now we're at the date. So these are the ones that are. I'm going to write these down as we go because these are the ones going into the poll tomorrow. So the poll. Of,
Yeah. So
the garbage pail poll, whatever the hell you want to call it.
yeah, but
The
for anyone,
garbage poll.
yeah, right. For anyone watching,
Garbage poll.
The garbage
all the
poll
lead-
kids.
Straight to the
Elite
dumpster.
Eight. Yeah, right. But for anyone watching, we put the Elite 8 into a poll over on the Schmodown Friends and Family group. That's where you can find it over on Facebook, and you can vote for whatever movie you think is the worst movie of all time, and you can let us know if we missed any worst of all time in the comments section. So,
I'm sure we did.
yep.
All right. So
did.
the last
So, yeah.
vendor.
Versus the Fantastic Fours.
Oh.
All right. So
Let
Who's up
me
first?
see. And Malcolm, back down to the bottom with Malcolm first on this one.
let's see.
So Last Airbender, is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm doing it in
So,
one more clip. That's the
Last Airbender and Fan Four Stick. Yeah.
Yeah, I can recognize that post from a distance.
Yeah. It's a little hard to
But
see.
yeah, I
yes,
mean-
Clint.
But yeah, Fan Four Stick is terrible, but The Last Airbender is worse. It's Last Airbender.
Yeah. Jacob? Who you got?
Yeah, the last Airbender makes Fan Forestick look like the Godfather.
Yep. Right. Austin?
Yeah. Last Airbender is worse. I'll at least watch a little bit of Fan Four Stick.
Yeah. Well, speaking of offensive movies, like I think like just the way that it was made, the way that it was whitewashed, the way that acting so bad, the CGI is bad. Like the one redeemable quality that I will say is that the Airbender looked cool when he finally lit up with like the little arrow thing and like the glowing eyes. That's the only thing that I cared about in the whole movie. So yep, we'll vote for the last Airbender. So with that, it is
Nice clean sweep for Airbender.
Yep.
Into the final four.
Yep, and then next up we have Son of the
Son of
Mask
the Mask.
going up against the Emoji Movie.
The Emoji Movie. All right.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, you're up first.
I wonder which way I'm gonna vote.
I
Son of the
wonder.
Mask.
Okay.
Son of the Mask.
Austin?
Son of the Mask.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I want to watch the Emoji Movie, but Son of the Mask.
Yeah, if the Emoji movie was going up against anything else, I would probably vote for it, but I got to go with Son of the Mask, too. Malcolm?
Yeah, I mean, this is. I'm gonna go Son of the Mask. But yeah, so, as I keep saying, I see where they wanted to go with the Emoji Movie. That's kind of why I don't think it's the absolute worst. I think it had promise. I just think it was executed poorly.
Yeah. Very poor execution, I would agree. But will that be the end for that round? Or for that side? And then we're over to Norbit versus Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth.
Right.
It's on me. Fuck. Damn, I might have to switch my vote this time. If I'm going to watch either one of these, I'd rather watch Battlefield Earth than Norbit, so I'll say Norbit's worse.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if I were to watch Battlefield Earth ever again, I have to stand on like a 45-degree angled platform to watch it, or like sit on it or whatever. But I think Norbit is the worst of these two. I gotta vote Norbit. Malcolm?
Yeah, I mean it's easily Norbit. Like I would try and finish Battlefield Earth before I even go back and rewatch Norbit.
Yeah. Jacob?
I'm going Norbit as well.
Yep. Clean sweep for Norbit.
What's going to defeat Norbit? The monstrosity that is Norbit. All right, here it comes. Freeburg and Seltzer showdown.
Yep. We have the showdown.
Disaster movie, and Meet the Spartans.
Meet the Spartans. All right. This one's going to be interesting.
All right, Jordan. But I think I know which way you're going, Jordan, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you know me, I got to go Meet the Spartans. That movie just like made me sick watching it. Like I could not, like I was like physically ill watching that movie. I cannot do it. So Malcolm, how would you vote?
Disaster movie had Kim Kardashian trying to act. Meet the Spartans had Dedrick Bader doing a good job of acting. So I'm going to go disaster movie.
Yeah, Dedrick Bader is actually good. I like him. Yeah. Jacob?
Disaster movie.
Austin?
Yeah, at least Meet the Spartans at a bare minimum is still trying to have a loose outline of a parody of 300. And Disaster Movie is not parodying anything. It's literally just 90 minutes of references. So Disaster Movie is worse.
True, yep. So, all right. Disaster Movie. So this is the final four.
Final four. Let's go into the championship.
Yep, so we got The Last Airbender versus Son of the Mask coming up next. So
Malcolm's first.
Two titans for the worst of all time. So
Last Airbender.
Yep. Jacob?
Son of the Mask.
Son of the Mask. Austin?
You put the two in front of me. I'm watching Last Airbender, so Son of the Mask is worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I would go with The Last Airbender, and like that movie, like just floored me how bad it was. Just floored me. So yeah, I gotta go with The Last Airbender.
This is gonna kill Jacob because Jordan gets the tiebreaker on this one.
Yeah,
Jordan, do the right thing.
Yeah,
at least
please.
Do the right thing.
It was like trying to be funny, and I just feel like even though that's not funny, I think it's trying to be. But The Last Airbender, like, isn't trying to do anything. It's just I don't even know what it's trying to do. Like,
do the right thing, Jordan.
We're trying to be a movie about Avatar: The Last Airbender, and very loosely is.
Jordan,
So.
if you have any ounce of respect for me, you will do the right thing.
Jacob, do the right thing. It's not in the bracket.
Yeah, it's not. Sorry. You could have picked that movie over any of these, but I'm gonna go with The Last Airbender. Sorry, guys. Last Airbender's got to be in the.
You
need
did
to
the
watch
right
Son of
thing,
the
Jordan.
Mask. You need to watch Son of the Mask again. Go try to.
I saw it when it first came on DVD when I worked at Hollywood Video back in the day, but our other Final Four matchup, we got Norbit going up against Disaster Movie. So what's it going to be?
All right, Jacob, you get the distinct pleasure, Norbit and Disaster Movie.
Son of the Mask.
Yeah,
right.
Wait. Norbit.
We'll just move it right up here. No.
Yeah.
I'll go Norbit this time.
Okay, Austin.
It's still Disaster Movie. Those guys are a fucking bane on Hollywood. Disaster Movie.
We're gonna go Norbit because I actually don't know if I've even seen Disaster Movie because all those movies just blend together so much that's like I can't really tell one from the other. So I'm gonna go with Norbit.
Jordan, I will PayPal you $10 if you can make it all the way through Disaster Movie.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not even joking. If you can make it,
I'll give it a try.
like without lying.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do a watch along and see if you make it? If you don't quit the stream, we'll do a watch along.
Yeah.
We'll see if you how
You do
quick you
Clockwork
quit.
Orange and,
I guarantee you quit
while
within 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You'll be done.
Malcolm.
All right, Malcolm.
Look, Disaster Movie is bad, but it's not Norbit bad. Norbit is my vote.
Norbit. All right. So that's it. So this is your championship, guys. We got The Last Airbender going up against Norbit. I'm going to try to zoom it in too. So, and I think that you, Austin, you have the first vote, I think.
Yeah, I've got the first vote. Oh, my God.
Pretty far, actually. There we go.
Right. At least The Last Airbender doesn't have a character that makes my ears bleed. So I will say Norbit is worse. So I will say Norbit.
This one's tough for me because they're both so bad. Because at least Eddie Murphy can act, but I feel like nobody in The Last Airbender could act except for maybe like Dev Patel, but even he wasn't had horrible written lines. And then also there's the guy that's from the Walking Dead spinoff, like Fear the Walking Dead. I forget that guy's name, but he's the main guy from Fear the Walking Dead. He's in it too. But yeah. I'm gonna go with Norbit. Surprisingly, I'm kind of surprising myself, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Norbit. Malcolm?
I mean, I hate The Last Airbender for wasting Cliff Curtis, but I would at least try to watch it again. I still would never go back to watch Norbit, not even if a trivia match was on the line for it.
Yeah, right. No. Jacob?
Oh, man. What's the vote at?
Yeah, Norbit's going to win. It's 3-0 right now.
Yeah, 3-0.
So you don't even have to vote if you don't want to. You vote for Son of the Mask on this one because it won't matter. Jacob votes for Son of the Mask.
Well, I'll vote for The Last Airbender just because I think it deserves at least a vote as the worst movie of all time.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to show some hatred and.
I'll vote for Son of the Mask 4 times.
Hate, right? Yeah.
Look at that fucking poster for Norbit and how nauseating that is. Look at that shit.
Sorry.
I mean, Jordan hated it so much he got rid of it.
He wiped it out of existence.
Can't look at it. No, my eyes.
I mean, look at that shit, dude. I don't fucking discuss.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
What is that supposed to make you you walk by it in a theater coming attractions and
I want to see.
That's oh yeah, I want to see that. That's fucking
no.
What?
No.
At least
I
like
mean,
that last Airbender poster, you're like, hey, it looks like the guy's got a cool sword or some shit. Like he's got some water.
Yeah,
Like
right.
something's going on there. Like that's intriguing. But like, I don't want to see that
Poster actually looks cool.
fat ass like have sex with that dude. Like I don't want. Is that a porno?
Yeah.
Like what am I watching?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a terrible
like,
movie.
like a sea-level
I mean-
porno.
I mean, according to Brian Nasbam in the chat, Norbert is top 10 Eddie Murphy.
Really?
I don't.
Oh, dang.
According to him, I don't get it.
All right,
Has he
all
only
right.
seen
Brian's
10
banned.
Eddie Murphy movies?
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
seen
sorry.
10 Eddie Murphy movies, dude.
You're
I can
banned.
name you 10 better Eddie Murphy movies easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Any
mean-
of his 80s movies.
I mean, even the worst of the Shrek movies is better than Norbert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Well, see, that's the thing about tournament fights is that like it's just the look of the draw, because like if Norbert would have gone up against Son of the Mask, like I would have voted Son of the Mask. So like Son of the Mask could have been.
It could have.
Well,
It
made
could
it,
have,
but
but you ruined it, Jordan. You
It didn't go
ruined
up
it.
against it. Well,
In the he's talking about the first round.
sorry,
They would have got knocked out. Yeah.
I had to go with the Last
That's true.
Airbender though. Like I do think the Last Airbender is worse than Son of the Mask, but not Norbert. So yeah.
Norbert is
Yeah,
worse than Son
yeah.
of the Mask.
Well,
Yeah. So
congratulations
That's
to
it.
Eddie Murphy for making the worst movie and Norbit, I guess. For holy shit.
didn't Norbert actually win some Razzie awards? I feel like.
Oh yeah,
He
it
actually
won
did, right?
Razzies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's I'm looking it up right. I'm on the IMDb page. Let me all right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Our worst movie ever made.
Well, Norbit was nominated for an Oscar
What? For an Oscar for what? Like
for makeup effects for Rick Baker. Excuse me?
like things that make your eyes burn or what?
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Hey,
I
and
mean-
here we go. It was nominated by the Golden Schmoes by Christian and Mark for worst movie of the year.
Oh, there you
So,
go. That makes sense.
So a little no.
it
won-
was nominated. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the Golden Raspberry Awards up now.
Yeah.
It was 3. It was nominated for 7 and only won 3,
Oh, wow.
and that was all for Eddie Murphy. Was the only one that won all 3, because he won worst actor, worst supporting actor, worst supporting actress.
Well,
Yeah.
it was technically
He-
nominated 8 times because Cuba Gooding
Yeah,
Jr.
technically.
also got a nomination for worst actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Norbit? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. But like there's certain movies I wish would have gone a lot further. I don't know about any of you guys, like obviously movie 43 for me, but that's just a personal thing. But
I mean,
But-
you want to start
but,
that
like-
point again?
yeah, no, don't need to go there. But like Ed, I feel like could have gone a little further. Maybe even
Yeah. I would have liked to
Not
seen
Julie
Ed go
because it
further
would've been
because
yeah, it would have been the Last Airbender, but
I would have liked
Like
to
Ed
see
is-
Son of the Mask go further.
right.
right, yeah, right.
You can vote to your heart's content. Marvel.
I would have liked to see Bucky Larson, Born to Be a Star, go further.
Yeah. Same with the Love Guru. I think the Love Guru could have gone a lot further, probably. But yeah. But anyways, this was a lot of fun, guys. So we have crowned a new worst of all time. So which is Norbit, and also depending on the panel, we could have had a totally different outcome too. Like if Kevin would have stuck around, maybe it would have been kind of different as well. So like, who knows?
It would have been
But-
Son of the Mask.
Yeah, right.
Kevin.
But anyways, it was a good time. Just as my wireless headphones tell me battery low, which means I've been filming way too long today.
Yeah. Right.
But anyways, yeah. So we're gonna be back doing something similar on Friday, which we'll kind of talk about in our wrap up section. But we'll just go around the horn, and you can tell us where we can find you, and if there's anything that you want to promote, you can let us know. So Jacob, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook. Just look up my name, Jacob Barber. I'm on YouTube on a few different channels. Nerd Entertainment Network. I'm over there doing movie trivia sometimes. I host a show that I haven't done in a few weeks because of reasons. Do some wrestling trivia,
Oh, good.
combat wrestling trivia, wrestling with trivia, and then movie trivia. Over at it's a show about trivia on where I am actually the champion, surprisingly.
All right, nice. Cool. Well,
Looked into that.
nice. Well, Malcolm, where can we find you?
You can find me on Take 3 Productions or host Rankum every Saturday. This week is going to be top 12 acting performances in the Arrowverse. You can also find me on Sundays with Late Night Tape 3. I don't have time for this week. I might just take it off, but who knows. I'm also over on Full Metal where I do trivia stuff. And yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And Austin, what do you want to promote?
Like you said, we got
There you go.
another tournament fight coming up on Friday night. It's a shit show week here on Movie Hero Network because Malcolm's going to be on with us. We're going to be doing 16 movies we just don't get why people like them. So 16 movies we think are kind of overrated. So movies we just don't like that maybe most people do. So it'll be kind of a similar worst movies, but in our own opinion, sort of a thing. So a little twist on it. So there might be some good movies y'all like out there, and we're gonna explain why we hate them. And that'll be interesting to see. We just did an episode a few hours ago of Blind Spots for Jordan, talking about Pulp Fiction. So if you want to talk about that, we actually talked about some good movies. Yeah, it's first time watching it, so that was a lot of fun. So check that out. That's on the channel.
Yeah, and then you can find me all over the Movie Hero Network as well. So next week we got a couple of 90s theme episodes. We're going to be doing best 90s horror movies on Tuesday, and we have a stacked panel for that. We're gonna have in William Bibiani, Ethan Irwin, Mark Edward Hoyk, and Adam Collins. So if that's not a crazy stacked cast, I don't know what it is from the Schmodown. So that'll be a fun time. And then also on Friday we're going to be doing best 90s comedies of all time. So we got two.
Well, that's on the Tuesday after. Next Friday we're doing tournament fights for SNL characters.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we do have the 90s one coming up a week from Tuesday, but yeah, we'll be doing best reoccurring SNL characters. That's right. So that'll be Friday too. So yeah.
So if there's anybody out there that's a giant SNL fan like me and Jordan are that wants to talk about the best SNL recurring characters of all time in tournament fights, let us know.
Yeah, and for that episode, we're gonna have an Adam Gertler join us, and also Jen Kemp. So that should be a super fun time for that. And then this upcoming Friday, we're gonna be doing an episode of our podcast league now. If you want to see us talking about something a little different than just movies all the time, that's a good place to see us do that. We do still talk some movies, but we also do a little deep dive into our personal life. So this Friday we're going to be talking about all of our Comic-Con experiences, so like different stories from Comic-Cons that we've been to, different celebrities that we've met, different autographs that we've gotten. We're going to be showing them off on the episode, so it should be a fun time. So you can watch for that this Friday, and then you can find us over in the Schmodown Friends and Family group. We're going to be posting the poll of our Elite 8 tomorrow in the group, so you can go vote for that over there. And that's where you can find us.
No, it needs to be like
Elite.
Well, no, it's going to be a different name. We were throwing out names like the Dishonorable 8 or the the Trash Pile 8 or it'll be something
Ridiculous
else.
8.
Yeah, Ridiculous 8, something like that. Yeah.
Well, like the Atrocious 8, something like that.
Atrocious 8, whatever it is.
Yeah, but anyways, that's where you can find us. So, I'm just gonna pull up my little outro. Sorry, guys. So for Jacob, Malcolm, Austin, I've been Jordan, Movie Hero Anderson. We will see y'all next time.